Top of the morning.
Oh,
Top
so
of the morning.
you play that song some more. I like that. Good morning,
Yeah.
Jason. How you doing, brother?
Good. How we doing, Chris, man?
Been doing well, man. Nice day today here in Southern California. Nice. How about
Yes.
there in the north?
Oh, it's so far so good. It was sunny. This weather out here is so up and down, but
Oh, I know.
so far so good.
Cool, cool, cool.
But Raider Nation, how we doing? Everybody in
Morning.
the building. You know what I'm saying? Please make yourself known and show some love on this Sunday morning. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff to talk about today, guys. We got Geno Smith signed. They're trying to bounce our guy, Jack Jones.
Yeah, that was out there. What? That was really like, like you ever play baseball?
Oh yeah,
Okay, you sit in the plate and then the pitcher do a ball at your head. That's what like, whoa, what happened? It was
yeah.
out of nowhere. Hey, salute guys. Thanks for joining us. Where's the flag, Jason Downs? I can always put my boy Jason Downs, my moderator.
Hell yeah. And so I'll be at San Jose for the Bay Area Panthers football game. Me and the lady going out there to get a little sun and get a little tan on.
Tan.
Yeah, well, I'm already tan, but you know, we always get a little sun because we're always running around. We're kind of in the office working, and it'll be good to kind of get out.
Yeah, well, that's one thing I don't need is a tan.
Yeah. get that natural chocolate tone. You know what I'm talking about?
that built-in melatonin. No, whatever it's called, melatonin, whatever it's called, pigmentation built in. Hey, salute Jeff. Hey, Jeff. To the chat, Jeff we do a live last night. We do our what do you call the last call. Jeff was feeling really bad. I'm glad he's feeling better now. Melatonin is a sleep aid. What? Anyway, hey Jeff, I'm glad you're feeling better, man.
Yeah, definitely. Jeff, I hope it was nothing I did yesterday. I know you got the better of me the last game. Oh, that was close. My guy dropped a wide open 2-point conversion. I guess he don't like the ones that hit him in the hands, but yeah, good game, Jeff.
Y'all keep picking on Jeff, man. One day he's gonna get that old 19-year-old body back, and then he's gonna whoop you all our asses. I'm gonna laugh.
Yep. Jeff was the comeback kid yesterday.
Oh,
Like
man.
we had a couple of different matches, and then like the one that really mattered the most, the Raiders versus Raiders. That's the one. Ooh, let it slip. But yeah, hopefully you're feeling better, Jeff, for sure.
I'm feeling better, bro.
Hopefully this show will make you feel much, much better. Yep. So we I just kind of wanted to get into the press conferences, and there's a couple of things we got for you today. We wanted to kind of get into Pete Carroll and just how they're gonna attack building this team and how they've attacked it so far. You've heard our thoughts about it. Chris, I know how let us know how you feel. Like, are you satisfied? Not satisfied? Kind of even.
Well, I feel that we have a real head coach this time who believes in building a team up. I'm not going to be satisfied till that first snap of the game or the kickoff on the first game of the season. Not preseason, not OTAs. When that first kickoff go, and we'll see what they do. We'll see how they play. Because, like I said, speculations are speculations. I know what Pete Carroll done his past, being a USC fan. I know what he did with the USC. Not a Seattle fan. But I hate the Rams. Let it be known, I hate the Rams. I'll keep saying every time. I love what Seattle beat the Rams. What he did with Seattle turned that program around. So I'm hoping he can come in and do the same thing. So people gotta be patient with him. I feel better this season than when they hired that Josh McDummy idiot. AP, I was excited for, but I knew and back in my head, I was wishing, hoping. Back in my head, I was like, "This is the first year coach. I, see what he does."
Yeah. The consistency of what Pete Carroll does as far as playoffs, like just him just being, you're going to be there. Like, with the coach of Pete Carroll's, magnitude, basically you're going to be in the fight every time. Like, even when you're not, you're going to, even in the games they think you're not, he's going to have everyone ready. So that's why I really do feel we upgraded all in pretty much every way. From OC, we went from the most questionable offensive coordinator ever.
No, wasn't a question about it. He sucked.
Yeah, he said it.
Yeah, because he was OC. He had a nice. Justin Fields had his upsides, didn't use it.
Mm-hmm.
Even it calls. First down, screen pass. Okay, fine, that didn't work. Second down, another screen pass. Oof. Did you change it up a little bit? No. I was kind of like hoping and praying that maybe it was Justin Fields' fault when he was in Chicago. But now I see it wasn't Justin Fields' fault because he went to Pittsburgh. He played well. So it was sketchy.
Yeah. I was going to kind of go into that too. Like, Fields went to the Jets. So, do you think that's going to work out there?
No.
No. Is it the Jet? We think it's more the Jets, or it's Justin Fields?
Jets.
Yeah.
Okay, look at the list of Jets quarterbacks they had. Where are they now? They're all somewhere else, or they're out the league. Jets get a quarterback. Geno Smith was one. He was a Jets.
Mm-hmm.
The Mark Sanchez, a few other guys. Hey, Marcus, man, salute, brother. A few other guys. It's just something about that team when it comes to quarterbacks. I don't know what it is. It's that team. The last great quarterback they had was who?
Vinny Testaverde? No. No, we're gonna go way back to what, 68?
You won't go back that far. Yeah, man, name it. So they never had quarterbacks that can keep them or make them better. So he might do good at Jets. He might not. We'll see.
Yeah, it's gonna be, because they tried it with Rodgers, that didn't work, and Devontae's no longer there no more. So basically, you're back to the running game is okay. So I think that could be a plus for him if they can really get that running game going. He might be able to, get some offense going that way. But as far as throwing, we'll see how that chemistry goes.
Yeah, Jets had a good defense, but that guy's gone too. So anyway, I don't care about the Jets.
Yeah. No, it was just, everyone that kind of well, I mean, that'd be the whole league, everyone we were linked to, in rumor time, Rumorville.
Oh, yeah. Raiders, we're linked to everybody in the league.
Yeah.
There's like 550 players in the league. We're linked to all of them.
All of them. So. Yeah. Well, someone we are linked to, Jack Jones. There's a talk about him possibly. See, this is what I heard was that, they're going to try to seek a trade. And then if they can't trade him, they're going to release him. I wouldn't even say that, but like I said, that's the talk around the two. But, I think we need to hold on to some pieces. Yeah, I'm not saying he's, the best, but as far as for our roster, I feel like we need all the pieces right now that we can get. And, if he's our third DB by some way, that's kind of how we want it.
Well, I'm gonna talk about that when you show the press conference. But anyway, sure. Jack Jones is not a typical Pete Carroll cornerback.
Mm-hmm.
DA is. DeCameron Richardson is. If you look at his history of cornerbacks in Seattle, He liked the big cornerbacks. He likes those big guys with speed.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Jones is fine. He is not a lockdown cornerback. He takes too many risks. Sometimes he gets away with it. Sometimes he don't. Because a couple of games I watched last year, and I watched Jack Jones get burnt for a touchdown. Dude was 10 yards behind the receiver.
Yeah.
He's not in a primary receiver. It's like number 2 receiver or third receiver. Be careful, can't have that. And plus, Jack Jones don't tackle well.
Yeah.
Be careful's kind of guy like reminds me of the old school Raiders back when we had Haynes and Hayes and Tatum and all them guys.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you caught the ball, but you're gonna feel it for catching that ball. I'm gonna hit your ass so hard, like, coach, don't send me down the middle no more. Don't send me in that pattern because this guy's gonna tear my head off. That's kind of DBs that Pete Carroll like.
Appreciate it, Jay. Yeah, that's why somebody we got on the roster too. I think he's 6'2", if I'm not mistaken, but Sam Webb, which is a big DB that I hope gets a shot. He got some play in his rookie, I think it was UDFA season, but he's been hanging around the roster. You know what I mean? So hopefully he gets a fair shake because I know there was a lot of bodies in front of him with Jack Jones, Bennett, and all that. And then he got a little play, but I would definitely like to see more because for some reason he keeps sticking around this roster. So there's something that they definitely see. So shout out to Sam Webb, man.
Yeah. And they re-signed the other guy. What's his name? Who they just resigned?
Let me see. Palomar. Oh, the other guy. You talking about 30. Goodness.
Sometimes names, so many names. Oh, Darnay Holmes.
Yeah, Holmes. There you
go. Darnay Holmes could take over that slot position because he's 5'10" and not 5'10". He's 5'10", and he could take over that slot position. And he's pretty fast. People don't realize how fast Darnay Holmes is. He could take over that slot position. He probably can compete for it, but he could take over that slot position. It's not heavy hitter like Hobbs was, but he could take over that slot. But I say people gonna make him compete anyway, so it don't matter. So you got to do this.
Yeah, he's gonna definitely have him competing, and that's why I say there's a lot of people that we see on this roster that I feel like we already got rid of the pieces that we were, not too high on, like the Diablos, the Andre James,
we let him walk here. He's out of here, yeah.
Yeah, I am curious to see what they see in Zamir so far, just to kind of see how that's gonna. But I know he's still, on the roster, but we have.
He's fine for now. He's on a rookie contract. Excuse me. If they can develop him into a short down back, that'd be fine with me.
Mm-hmm.
Third down one, stuff like that.
Zach Crockett.
Maybe. Well, Zach Crockett's my boy. I love Zach Crockett.
If he could be Zach Crockett at the very least, that short down, 3rd and 1.
That was guaranteed. Zach Crockett, that was 3rd and 1. That was guaranteed. No doubt about it. They 4th down inches. Who? Zach Crockett. You'll get it.
Yeah, automatic.
Yeah.
They say if you need 3, he'll get you 3. If you need 5, he'll get you 3.
But see, then I looked at what happened with Zamir White and his fumble issues.
Yeah,
he put on too much muscle on his upper body. Put way too much muscle on there because when you have muscles, contract them. It's hard to hold things.
He was punching the ball out himself.
Exactly. You might be strong as a horse, but you can't hold that ball. And I think he worked the muscles too much and worked in the wrong area. Well, like I said, Pete Carroll can fix that. Tell him, hey, go back to your gym. This is what you're going to work on. No more eating cornbread and red beans and rice.
Yeah.
You're going to eat this kind of food, Because one thing about Pete Carroll, he's personal, which I like about him. He talks to players like they're people, not just X and Y on the field. He'll tell you, hey, he'll call him. He'll say, hey, Zach. I'm not Zach. Hey, Samir, how's the family doing, man? How's your nephew John doing? I heard that he was playing flag football last week. How did he do? See, he's kind of personal like that,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes the players feel better. I don't know about you. You ever work at a company that you're just a number?
Oh yeah.
You're not tied to that company, but you work at a company where the owner knows your name. It makes you feel better, and it will make you want to work better. It knows you personally, because I work for those two types of companies. So when owner comes down and say, "Hey, Chris, hey, how's the family doing, man? How's that beautiful wife of yours? She's fine. Why? Because he wasn't yours, she'd be mine." Type things, she, and mess with you, And then it's like, this guy's great. Like, actually, you know what? I get off in 5 minutes. I'm gonna do extra work and walk out. That's what Big Hero will do to you. Make you feel good about being there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, let's get into the press conference. I don't know how how sticky these YouTube rules are on this, but I don't think there's no music, so we should be all right.
You can show that. I think you could.
Sure, it's for educational purposes too. We're trying to learn everything we can about the Las Vegas Raiders and what we plan to do in 2025.
Hey, salute, Coach Gravy. How you doing, brother?
Yep, Gravy, what up?
Salute.
Yeah, so we will get into this. Let me see.
Looking forward to come.
How's that all kind of come about? What do you feel like? Yeah, well, getting Gino was a really important part of this puzzle putting it together. And, we've had really a rich background, and it's really important to me because I know what we can count on. We have a guy that's such a great worker. He's grown so much through his career, been through so much and overcome so much. I love the way he approaches the game. He's serious. He's competitive. Works his tail off. And he's a great leader in that regard. He leads the guys by the way he takes to the game, and he's talented. Really. So I think the Geno story is worth mentioning. The guy sat for almost 6 years. And in that time, he didn't get the wear and the tear, so that's why he moves so well. He runs really well still.
How often do you think about your poop? Now, some people think about their poop a lot. Others, not so much.
Yeah, they'll get a poop commercial.
Yeah, sorry about that. But that was a good stopping point too, just to kind of talk about that. Like, that is a good thing. I always think too, like he hasn't been injured or anything like that. So there's no wear and tear. We're not getting someone's garbage time. We're getting
exactly. But you think about it. Okay, so he's 35, so he's old. No, he's not. He didn't play for 6-7 years. So if you take those years off and not playing, basically he's 28, 29.
Yeah.
Yep.
He's just been learning. Sitting there learning the game.
He was a bagger because of Justin used him right. So he's fresh. He still can move. He can run. And what were we crying about for years? We need a mobile quarterback.
Yeah.
Okay. He's not a running quarterback. He's a mobile quarterback. He can get out the pocket. He can step up. If things fail, he can get out there and run.
And it actually looks good. Like, how Minshew, he was mobile of some sort.
No.
But it didn't look good. It didn't look it looked just like he was winging it. But with Geno, he has a timer. That's what I like. He has a timer, and then when that timer goes off, he's out of there.
Yeah, he has pocket awareness.
Mm-hmm.
And so if you look at, I looked at some film from Minshew when he was with the Colts. He did run. He ran to save his life. Mm-hmm. And then he came with us and did the same thing. Minshew actually ran into sacks because he was aware of what's going on around him.
Yeah, because there's a point where you got to get out of there. Like when that end comes around, and see if there's nothing open, you got to go. You got to split that gap and get up out of there, or create. We see Mahomes do it all the time. He knows that end is coming, and then if that right route isn't there when he needs it to be, he'll just step up, step around, and then let somebody create and get it to him, or run, spin around, put the ball behind his back, all that magician stuff. So
if you look at Mahomes, one thing he didn't do is run backwards. Mm-hmm. He ran primarily to his right to get out of the situation primarily, or he'll step up. Mm-hmm. Minshew ran all kind of directions. You know where he was going. And see what that does to the offensive linemen. They can't see him. So they're blocking the guy to this side, and Minshew's run to that side. And he ran right into the sack. That's why he ran to a lot of sacks.
Yeah.
But if you watch Geno Smith, what he does, he look, nobody open, and he got pressure. He look around, you step up or run either way. He has pocket awareness.
And that's a big guy, too. He's a big quarterback. So
no, he's not little at all.
Yeah. So we got our answer. We got a, like I said, he's not a mobile, if you will, quarterback, but he can get himself out of trouble.
He's mobile enough compared to what we've been having for years.
Yeah.
He can use his legs to get out of trouble. Okay. And the people talking about, he got sacked 50 times last year. Yeah, because offensive line was worse than ours.
Yeah.
Worse. And I didn't think that was possible. Our offensive line wasn't that bad towards the end of the year when we switched things around. So we can give him a little more protection. He can do things.
Yeah. Let me see. Let me get back to the hopefully the poop video is done.
Did you know that every time?
Nah, of course not.
But he took to the game in a manner that was very impressive. He was able to, one day after another, take it like the very next play I'm playing. And I watched him for the 4 straight years when he wasn't playing, just never missed that opportunity to be focused in that manner. Man, it's just ridiculously impressive, So anyway, when he finally played, look what he's done. He's had 3 winning seasons, and he's a tremendous completion guy. He's durable. He's tough. So we're really, really fortunate to have him.
Stop right there. Stop. Pause it. Pause right there. Yeah. What did he say? Durable. That's the key. He's tough and he's durable, and that's what we need. Durable quarterback. Because I think he got hurt a few times in his career, but nothing major. Mm-hmm. He's out for 6, 8, 9 games. He's durable. That's what we need.
Yeah, I like that. What got me was the 3 winning seasons. 3 straight winning seasons.
Yeah. Yeah, won at least 10 games each season. And the key factor is, in the last 4 years, he's the most accurate quarterback in the league.
Yeah.
That's compared to Mahomes, the guy in Buffalo, his whatever his name is, I don't care.
Allen.
Yeah, Josh Allen. He's the most accurate quarterback compared to Bortles. He's more accurate than them for 4 straight years. So, I'm good with that.
Yeah, I like that. Hopefully, well, I'm not going to say hopefully. We know what it is, hopefully, now with Pete Carroll and Geno's connection. We don't have to go through what we went through last year with, is it going to be this guy? Is it going to be this guy? We know it's going to be Geno Smith. And I love that going into the year, going into the offseason, going into the preseason, that we know. And it's not going to be this flippy floppy. He's got all this time to get to know the playbook, get to know, it's like everything. We need this as soon as possible.
But you got to realize this, though. As it stands right now, Geno Smith is a presumptive starter. Mm-hmm. We know Pete Carroll going to make him compete regardless. Mm-hmm. You still got to beat out AOC. He's still on the chain. You still got to beat out Carter Bradley. He's still on the chain. And if they draft a quarterback, he can't compete against all those guys. More likely he'll win, but he still got to compete. Pete's not gonna say, yeah, you're starting. No, that's not the way. That's not the way this man operates.
Mm-hmm. And then if you had to start, say something did happen, like Geno Smith, and we did, draft a quarterback, being it Shador or Milroe, who would you honestly feel better with? Like, say, game one, Geno, something happened. You have to start somebody. Are you putting in AOC or are you putting in Milroe?
Put on AOC. He's a veteran.
Yeah.
Milroe, which I think they might draft that guy because he came for a visit. So anyway, Milroe is raw. He's not ready yet. He won't be ready for another year or two, hopefully a year. Shador Sanders, same thing. But to get you, that's the number one pick. So number one picks you usually have to start. Pete Carroll's not going to throw a player in a game just because what's the name on your back of your jersey or where we picked you at or how much we paying you. It's like, can you play? I've seen Pete Carroll and what he does. Can you play? Because you can be, for instance, you can be a number 2 draft pick I'm going to say number 1 because that's kind of, So you're number 2 pick. You're a running back. We picked the guy in the 7th round as a running back. But that 7th round pick is better than you, or UDFA is better than you. We picked you in the 2nd round, fine. But you're not starting because this guy's running better than you. That's who you're going to put in the game. They compete for that. That's the way. That's what this man thinks. Like I said, if you go back to Seattle, where they had Matt Flynn was the presumptive starter. Well, guess who got in there?
Oh, Russ, Danger Russ,
3rd round pick, and won the Super Bowl. That's what he does. That's what I like about him.
Yeah, Russ was like that too. I remember him in college. Like he was, because he kind of came. He definitely took that position too. Just kind of
Wisconsin.
Yeah.
But I say you want somebody coming in that's hungry, wants to compete. Because, you get drafted in 7th round GFA, you're not getting no money. You get like a couple $100,000, which you mean like, I'll take it. But you're not getting that big payday. So you want to come in like, I got to get a starting job or be in that rotation somehow so I get my name out there. That's players you want. You want people hungry.
Yeah. If we could circle around, because that's the thing. If like the thing with Milroe, if
you need some Special Blend coffee, man.
I think I do today.
Yeah,
I did not have my coffee.
We talked about that last week.
Yeah. I was. I did not have my coffee today.
Well, go ahead.
But like, if we get Milroe though, like I feel that would how we could win with a Milroe. After Geno, it would have to be, of course, like say Geno, we get somebody in the 1st, and then we hopefully can get him in that 2nd round. And then if we could develop and start stacking, for a good running game, kind of like they have in Baltimore, where he doesn't have to be Joe Montana out there. He can just make the plays he needs to make, run when he needs to, get himself out of trouble. But we're going to rely on the running game, on our running backs. Like we need to be heavy in our running game and for that to work. Because I feel the less he has to pass, the better. And the more we run the ball, the better.
Well, Pete Carroll and Chip Kelly, people realize that Chip Kelly's offense, the way he sets offense up, is not pass happy. Pete Carroll is not pass happy. He don't want one of those throw for 40 out of 50 pass attempts in a game for 4 and some yards. That's not his style. Chip Kelly, the people don't realize Chip Kelly's not that either. The reason why his quarterback getting a lot of yards is because the plays he run, and then he gets those racks or packs or what do you call it, pass after catch or whatever. That's up to run backs, receivers, tight ends. They get those yards for the quarterback. Mm-hmm. So it's not like throw the ball down the field every other down. So his quarterback maintain the game, get the right passes in the right situations, and throw it. So I'm confident that that's all you had Geno Smith do. Read the plays, see it open, throw it.
Yeah.
If not, hand the ball to the running back or whatever we have.
Yeah, we can because the Shadur, the way they're not really speaking on it, because everyone's saying everything about Genty, different, Milrow, all these different players, but the fact that they're not really speaking on the Shadur thing might be kind of wait and see. They're just trying to kind of leave it open because I think that is the move at 6. That they're gonna wait to see if Shadur or if Cam, whatever slips or whatever, and so that way they could take care of that for the future. Yeah, we got the quarterback for now, but we've always had this problem of we keep securing the quarterbacks for now, but we never for the future. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this thing shakes out because we're either gonna get a good running back, we're gonna get a pretty good quarterback, we're gonna get a damn good wide receiver.
I think Jalen Monroe's in the mix now. You know why I say that? 2 things. He already came in for a visit, and reports come out that they really like his his upswing, what he can do once he gets some proper adjustments done to him. Okay. Reason why I say that because I have a Cowboy fan in my family. Yeah, I'm trying to kick him out my family. I hate Cowboys. But he was saying that he heard that Dallas might take Milrow. Now they got Milton, so that might be out the picture.
Yeah.
And nobody else talking about Milrow. No other team is really bringing him up. So that might be a 2nd round pick. If he drops any further, it might trade up and get him in the 2nd round.
Mm-hmm.
Reason I said because he got a lot of upswing.
Yeah.
Boy can throw. Then also, you guys remember who would he pick up as a quarterback coach?
Oh yeah, no
Olsen.
Yeah, our old school.
And who did Olsen work with? Derek Carr to make him better passer. So if you get him to sit with Olsen for a couple of years behind Geno Smith or a year or 2, and let him work, you never know what you have. That's what I think they see that potential. He's athletic. He can run. He can throw. So, the sky's the limit with him.
Now, I know he's a poor man's Lamar Jackson, but anytime you get a crack at someone that even has that kind of comparison in him, you got to take if you have a chance, because like you said, you brought it up with Dallas trading for what's his name again?
Milton.
Yeah, for Milton, because we had talked about Joe Milton last year, and we were trying to see a way we could trade for him this year. So this is our chance to get our legit mobile quarterback, because Geno I like is our it'll be the veteran presence, and hopefully if this kid could develop, because the speed, you can't coach speed. He's got that naturally. So
you just sitting there, you gotta look at this. That, like I said, we actually got 2 veterans in the room, a more experienced veteran and a 3rd year. Is it 3rd year or 4th year this year, right?
This will be
AOC.
Third. This will be 3rd.
That's 3rd. So we got 3rd year. And AOC, I like him. He been through hell.
Yeah.
So, we got that. So you bring a young one in, he can sit behind. I won't put Milton at number 2. I'll put him at 3. And then we got Carter Bradley. I don't know what the hell make of him because I haven't seen him.
Yeah.
But boy, it looks like he's more of a pocket passer. And then Chip Kelly's offense, he loves those RPOs. I can't imagine Milton in there. I mean, Milrow.
Yeah.
Run RPO.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to know what to get a good running back. You don't know what going to happen.
Yeah. And then that's the thing, like even with AOC, I know, we did the back and forth with AOC and all this kind of stuff, but even AOC being under Pete Carroll is a good thing. You know, because I mean, we want him to get better. No matter what, he's on our roster. We want him to improve. We want him to get the best out of him as possible. So with Pete and with a great OC, we'll be fine.
Quarterback coach.
Yeah.
Because
QB
remember,
coach.
they McDummy didn't even develop AOC. He said he reminded me of Tom Brady, so I'll bring him in. But they didn't do nothing with him. They didn't do crap with him. Nothing.
Yeah, he was
doing the game of the Chargers. Like, well, he had didn't run no reps. You just throw him in there. Like, what the,
Yeah.
So I feel confident that we're gonna do something with this coach staff. You can play, talk, be careful if you want to, but yeah, I think we're gonna. I feel good. I'm not hyped like I was when AP got hired, but I feel good about the season.
Definitely so. Let's see.
Like he was content just being that, or was he?
No, that's what I'm telling you. No, I'm telling you. It came through from early on that he was going to approach it with the thought that he is going to play the next play. He's playing behind Russell.
Okay, I don't know what's wrong with the cameraman, but he wanted to get a very, very close up of the neck.
I guess he liked the neck. I don't know.
Yeah. So he's at Pete Carroll's neck right now.
In the middle of his career and doing great. And,
he's like, get out of there.
He realized what the situation was, but he never bought into it, never gave into it. And that's what's so impressive about it.
Pete, excuse me, somebody that knows you well.
Nice to meet you.
I'm sorry to do that again. But somebody that knows you well told me before you came in and started making holistic changes, you were going to try to learn the franchise. That you knew what you would want to do, but you want to learn. Can you tell me what you've learned about the Raiders?
Yeah, that I don't need to worry about what happened in the past. They've had a hard time for a number of years, and it hasn't been smooth in any way. But I grew up knowing the franchise and knowing Mal Davis and what he was all about and being in the Bay Area, and knew that there's a rich history, there's a legacy, there's a brand that is worldwide, and there's something special about that. There's a great following. The Raider Nation is a real deal, and I looked at it now that I've been around it enough. I did not spend a lot of time on the past, but I needed to understand, and I needed to know the people that I'm going to be working with the thought that Johnny Spytek coming in, that was the focus for me, is the focus on figuring out how John and I can get together and do our stuff and be really effective. Because I believe that's the most important.
All right, you pause right there. Say something about that. So, okay, now, let's go back to last year. And Let's Go and AP. They didn't talk to each other. They did not get along. You didn't notice that? Let's Go really did any press conference, any interviews, any talks. You rarely see. I heard that I wasn't there, but I heard some people in the chat, our channel, that saying that they went to games and Let's Go was way on the other side of the field, not chatting with AP at all. And you rarely see those two together when Let's Go and AP was here. He just said that he was happy that he get to work with Spytek, and you see him a lot talking to him.
Mm-hmm.
That means there's communication there. Spytek gonna say, Pete, what do we need? We gonna say, we need this. Okay, let's try to get that. Pete probably told when Gino wanted to get traded, so Spytek, let's go get that guy. The GM and the head coach have to work together. They have to work together because some GMs are ego trip guys. Like, I draft this guy, he got to start. And so the coach, that's what I think happened last year. I pay this guy his money, so he has to start. Yeah. Because, no, we won't win games. This guy, we need, go get him. And it'll cost us too much money. No, forget it. Thoughts on that?
Yeah, I was gonna say you could bring all the you can go to the store, like say if it's you and your girl, you get all the stuff, crab, shrimp, lobster, steaks of all kinds, all the stuff. But if no one knows what to do with these high-end products, You know.
Oh yeah.
What
Oh
do
yeah.
you
Say
got?
like, let's go get this. Let's go get that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how to cook that.
Yeah, be
You
like,
never,
oh,
asked, you never
oh,
asked. You never asked me. You never told me about that. I don't. Hey, honey, I bought these over. About the home. You gonna cook it?
yeah,
No, I don't know how to do it. You never talked to me about that.
yeah. We'll just figure it out. We'll figure it out. You know, we'll just
figure it out.
throw this at this and put this, and and it doesn't always go together like that.
Exactly.
You got to definitely know what you're doing.
And so that's why I like what he's saying, is that him and Spytech are in communication with each other. Still hit the stick. But we didn't have that last year. They were back. Basically, Telesco was stabbing AP in the back. AP was stabbing in the back because, we was like, first pick last year. Did we won those games? AP said, what he said in his press conference, I don't give a fuck. I want to win games.
Yeah, but see, to be honest, when AP said that though, I honestly didn't like that.
He shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, because it does matter. You know what I mean? Like for him to say that it didn't matter, that should have kind of been a red flag right there. Because if you're gonna know about, especially in his position, you're building for your future, not just the Raiders' future, but you want to be there too. So you're building for your future. And I feel like he didn't put his signature on the team, especially during the season. Like in the off season, when he was yelling Raiders and all this kind of stuff, when all the hype was going, but
the hoopla was fine. But he didn't put his thumbprint on the team. He didn't put his signature who we are.
Yeah. And you could say, we could say that it was Telesco was running this and all this, but I like I said, I don't care. If this is my job on the line, I'm doing what I want to do. And it's going to benefit the team. It's not that I'm doing what I want to do just for me, but if I see a vision for this team and I see that everybody else doesn't see the same vision that I'm seeing, we going to do it I'm going to lead by example, and if it leads me out the door, Raider Nation, the real ones will know that I did everything I could to bring this team back to what it was supposed to be.
Well, yeah, remember, he was handcuffed.
Yeah, I mean,
Pete Carroll, I'm sorry. AP was a figurehead because Mark Davis didn't really know what he was doing. He hired AP because we wanted AP.
Yeah.
For the last when he won them games. But we didn't think about it. First head coach. Then he brings Telesco in. General manager makes the decisions on the team.
Mm-hmm.
Who to bring in, who not to bring in, who to sign, not to sign. AP had no voice in that because I don't think AP brought none of the players he wanted in the team on the team. He didn't bring in Minshew. That was Telesco. He brought nobody in because Spillane was there by the McDummy regime. It wasn't AP. It was the McDummy brought him in.
Yeah. Because remember all the arguing when they made Minshew starter, and then they were like, "Oh, well, AP's in charge. He's gonna make the." And I was like, "This doesn't feel like an AP call, though." You know what I'm saying? That didn't feel like AP because Aiden pretty much rode out the season in a positive light.
He got AP the job.
Yeah, that's why I say it's not that Aiden was a great baller, all this kind of stuff. It is that they were able to salvage a season, if you will, with a quarterback that wasn't even supposed to play at all. You know what I mean? Like we had two people that were supposed to start before that. And
I'm gonna cut you off. I'm sorry, I'm gonna cut you off.
No, you're all good.
Train of thought. Do me a small favor.
Yeah.
You're on broadcasting now. Go watch the press conference from beginning of last season where AP announced the quarterback. Mm-hmm. Watch that. Mm-hmm. Then go back and watch it when Booger Man broke his shoulder bone and AOC was started. Mm-hmm. Look at their body language. Look at the difference. I'm gonna give you a little sample. When AP said Minshew's our starter, well, Minshew's gonna be a starting quarterback because we can do a fast start. Okay, great. Then look at when he broke his collarbone and AOC's a starter. We got our guy. AOC's gonna start the next games because we got you look how much excitement was in his voice when these AOC was named the starter for the rest of the season. That tells you something.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't his choice in the beginning. That was a force to make pick.
Yeah, like when he said, because I remember the first one, but I will rewatch that second one after the collarbone because I just remember the first one when he was saying it. It was like, you don't even believe that. You know what I mean? Like he's saying like, oh, he's going to give us the best. I'm like, how? I don't
start.
Yeah, I just didn't get how at that time, and ended up being right because it was one of those things. I talked about this the other day. Was he needed to learn? He needed to sit a little bit more and learn this offense. You're coming from the Colts to the Raiders. You don't know all of it yet. You know what I mean? Aiden worked with the players last year, so at least he had that to build on to enter the season for us. That would have gave us a strong start. Is having familiarity with the receivers and everything we had. I mean, from Devontae, Jacoby, Bowers, Mayers, even though Mayer didn't play for the first whatever, but we had all the pieces in place except for running back, but with that, we could have survived. And I felt more confident with Aiden as a passer, to be honest, than I would with Minshew as a passer. And you could probably ask Devontae Adams the same thing. I'm pretty sure he would agree that he had a better chance with AOC. Now it just made sense. Like even if AOC had a struggle, we would have did our due diligence. We would have been like, okay, well, hey, we gave him his chance. This was your chance to earn it. You didn't. We got to go with the vet. We got to go with Minshew. Then it would have been an easier transition. Right. You would have gave Minshew some more time to get to know the playbook, to get to know the team, build that chemistry. Because it just looked like he was lost. Like not saying that maybe the second year would have been better, but it's just that first year it looked like he was just lost.
Yeah, well, if they'll start with AOC and then he crapped the bed in his first game or two, okay, bring Minshew in. I've been satisfied. I've been cool with that.
Yeah,
but to bring in the guy that was a backup for 90% of his career to start. Oh, we had a good season of Colts. You got to remember one thing: Colts had everything. They had a running back. They had an offensive line. They had good receivers. We didn't have all that at that time. They bring him in. Well, he's more mobile. Yeah, he runs around the pocket and gets sacked. He runs into sacks, like I said before. Mm-hmm. And you can tell the figure. But Pete Carroll is not going to be like that. We know in our minds and hearts that Geno Smith right now is the presumptive starter for next season. We know that. Mm-hmm. Okay. We are paying him for that. And we'll talk about the contract in a minute if you want to. But we're paying him for that. But Pete Carroll will say, you still got to compete. If you go in there lackluster and lazy, you might lose your job. So I'm not going to worry about that.
Yeah.
You can run the rest you want the thing for.
Like it, like Chris, I don't know about you, but I feel like every year, even as bad as it's felt like it's been, every year we feel like it starts over and we're able to kind of start even, if you will. But the last 2 years has been the closest to. I've had doubts, but it's like I've said we got a chance, but I felt in the back of my mind that we had doubts. And with these moves, I still have a little PTSD, but every time I look at the reality of what we have, I feel better. Like with the coaching staff, like I said, with a lot, I agree with the moves they made of, not everybody, but I can see it now. I like the players they brought in, but I'm trying to give it a chance and be excited again, because we've been kind of whooped these 3 years. It has not been good, but I just want us to get back to that, man, where we're, because what I love is the opening opening games of our home games, the home openers. And I feel like they haven't been the same. Like it feels like we don't have the chances that where any given Sunday we can win. And I just want us to get back to that, man. Like, and I feel like we are building towards that again.
Well, I like the move. Some people disagree with me. Some people agree with me. This is my opinion about this. But letting Spillane go. Yeah, he did good for us. Letting Hobbs walk, fine. Diablo, who cares? That's fine. The thing was that they wanted more money. Other teams offered them more money. I can't see the Reds going back in that hole again because for a while we was paying players too much money, and then we're stuck in that contract. So 1 year, 2 years deals, and some people say, well, then next year we'll be in the same boat. Not necessarily. So you get guys 1 or 2 years contract. More like these guys got proven deals. Can you play in my system? Can you play because you run the way we want to run? If you can't, we'll pay you the rest of the year. Have a nice day, and then we got to go after somebody else. Keep that money. Like this guy, what's that guy? The quarterback just got Stokes.
Yeah.
He's hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Green Bay didn't use him like he should be. He was like a top round pick. So he gets a 1 year, 2 year contract. I don't know his contract details. So he got to come in and prove it. People understand when you play in the NFL, you're one of 2,000 guys who want to play that position. They get paid for it. For a game that Jason and me and you used to play free out on the streets in the park. And her ourselves playing for free. These guys will get paid. Mm-hmm. So if you pay, for example, if you pay a guy, we'll give you a $10 million a year contract for 4 years. For 3 years, yeah, I'll play okay for 3 years, get my $10 million a year. But on the 4th year, my contract expires. I won't play my ass off, so I get a new contract. Yeah, enough of that. That's what I said. He's in a contract year. If you notice, all you guys in the chat, everybody in there should know that every player in the NFL in a contract year, what do they have? The best season.
I wonder why.
Maybe they want to get signed by somebody else or get paid some more money. So I appreciate what they're doing. Some people say, well, what happened if they will go get somebody else. But Pete Carroll, I have never heard anything negative about him. Players want to come play for him. That's why Geno Smith is here on that contract. Because he wanted $40-some million from Seattle. They said no. But what we paid him? Less than that. He was going to play for Pete Carroll. Because this is the kind of guy that you want to play for. He's not an AP, I'm going to run to a wall for you. Mm-hmm. No. But I tell you what, Pete Carroll, what do you need me to do? I'll do it. He's that kind of guy.
Yeah, like when Harbaugh was with the Cardinals out here, Stanford.
Yeah.
And when, Pete Carroll was always the cool guy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was like, oh, damn, Pete seems like a cool ass dude. Because Harbaugh was kind of the a-hole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, he just had that personality kind of stuck to him. But especially being a Charger now, it fits.
Yeah, Harbaugh had a pit bull heart in a poodle's body.
Nice. Yeah, he's
because like that. I'll tell you one thing. You watch Pete on the sidelines, he jump up and down. Mm-hmm. But you never see him like hold his head sit down. You see him get mad. But he's like even till.
You remember him and was that him and Jim Schwartz or Schwartz? I said Schwartz. From when he was coaching the Lions, and then he kind of brushed him off, and it pissed Schwartz off.
Oh
yeah, that was kind of funny because he won the game. He was just like, yeah, get about it.
I'm going to talk to my team. I ain't thinking about you.
Yeah, he was like, get up out of here. Yeah, that was cool. But Yeah, we'll get back to a little bit to that too. Let's see, we're gonna talk to Pete.
And so I wanted to maximize that. So that's where the learning really was, and taking time and listening to him and being a good friend and being a good partner, and then it was the same approach with everybody in the program. And we really have a thought that we're.
Hey, Robert Hertz, I'm a
Yeah.
huge fan.
Another
Hey,
poop
what is
commercial?
your number one tip
Yeah,
for
but another.
saving money? Easy.
We're creating a relationship-based organization, and that means that you got to get to know who's in the building. You got to get to know who's coming in the building, who's playing for you, who's coaching with you, and all that. So that's just been something that's been almost second nature to me. That's how important that is. So it hasn't seemed like it's any big burden or any big deal, but it's taken all of my focus to get to this point. We're rolling and really excited about it. It's really fun what we're doing, and we realize that there's some great challenges. But most of what I've learned about the past of the franchise doesn't have anything to do with what's going to happen in the next step that we take. So with all optimism and forward thinking, that's how we're approaching it.
I'm just gonna say that's actually a good answer too.
Yeah.
Like, because he's like, I can't control what happened in the past. He's like, I wasn't there when the snow game and all that kind of stuff happened. Like, I wasn't there, when Rich Gannon and all, like I wasn't there when McDaniels was here, and all this kind of stuff has nothing to do with him. And like, really, he can't. I mean, the only thing he can do is while he's here, give us something to cheer about. Just make us competitive again. Give us, bring us back to the games. Bring us back to greatness.
Yeah, because you hear you saying that was then. This is now. I don't know what happened there. I had nothing to do with that. This I want to see who comes in the building, who's here in the building. I want to see what's going on. That's what I don't care about. Players come, players go. Happens all the time. NFL, and people's crying with spilled milk. It happens to every damn team. They lose players. Some players come in, don't work out. Some players go. That did work out. That's what happened. That's a cycle of the NFL. But he's like, that's a pass. We're moving forward.
Mm-hmm. And he loves, and he didn't make excuses. He didn't try to, we're going to bring back the legends of the past. No, he didn't. He said, look, we're going to bring some good guys in. We're going to bring some guys to compete. That's what it is.
Well,
compete, Carol. Compete, Carol.
Yeah.
One of the coaches on the NFC side is Dan Quinn, who told me that you are one of his three most influential coaches in his life. The job that Dan Quinn did at Washington last year was what for you? What did you see?
Oh, it was really, really a joy to watch. To see Dan, how he's grown, even since he's already been to the Super Bowl and had a lot of success already. But to see where he is now and see how he took over that franchise, admirable. I would hope to have that kind of success. And so it flips back around. I'm watching him, learning from him, and we talk regularly and we stay in connection. A fantastic season, a fantastic draft and process to get the culture shifted as he has. And
I'm gonna stop it there, and that gives me the Milroe vibes right there.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same thing. You know what he's saying, right?
Yeah.
He's saying he still want to get better.
Yeah.
And then he's talking.
He wants that two-way player at quarterback. You know what I mean? Like it's because, like he said, he's learning from what Quinn is building over there in Washington. And where did it start with them?
With Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
Sorry, Pete Carroll.
And then the quarterback position, like with Daniels, building, and then look what it did. All it took. I mean, of course, they added pieces and stuff like that, but that was one of the main reasons they were successful. Is they took a chance on. He was the Lamar Jackson comp last year.
Yeah.
If you remember, that was Lamar, and I don't think he didn't have the impact really running the ball as Lamar Jackson did, as I remember. You know what I'm saying? Lamar was he was different.
Well, Lamar came to the league as a running quarterback. That's all he did until they settled him down, and made him a passing quarterback, plus a running too. Mm-hmm. So they took him a little time. Lamar didn't come in the league and blow it up. Remember, he wasn't even started for when he first got here.
Mm-hmm. And
Good stuff,
Daniels had the better arm. I think, kind of they could get himself out of trouble. Yeah, that's why when he says that, like I just see, because Pete's like, he's older, but he understands he has to be with the youth of the times. He has to go, know what the times are now. This is not Reggie. He doesn't have Reggie Bush now. He doesn't have the players of old.
White.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, you got to remember this. Be careful when the guys put his shorts on, go out there and play catch with the players. How many coaches you see do that?
Exactly.
Not many.
Not McDaniels.
Huh?
Not McDaniels.
That egotistical bastard. Fuck him.
Yeah. His little weenie arm.
Yes. You get hit by one play. You probably go to the doctor like, ow, what happened? I got a splinter. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. Got them soft hands, them never worked a day in his life hands.
Right, exactly. No calluses, that's what it is.
Yeah, no callus.
And so obviously with intent, he knew exactly what he was trying to do and carried it out and reaped the benefits of that. It shows you how the mentality of the coach can have a big role and play a big factor in this thing, not from the X's and O's part of it as much as just in dealing with people and making sure that they're at their best, making great decisions and the energy that's come out of his program is admirable for any coach at this level. So I'm really, really excited. I watched him all the way through the year. He's got some of my coaches, and it was just tremendous to see him deal with the whole thing. Great.
Pete, how does getting Geno Smith change the draft approach? Do you see, is there still a possibility of taking a quarterback as house?
Sure. Yeah, we've got to build. We're building, always. So taking Geno is an immediate fix for us. It's going to last us. We're going to get a number of years from Geno at his very best. He's as healthy and ready to go. He's as tuned in as he's ever been. But that doesn't mean that we don't see a guy. There's some guys coming out that have got tremendous potential. And we'll just take a look at each spot and the opportunity that's presented and the choices that we have. But we're not excluding taking any position at this point.
Right there. What did he say? We
said,
got a quarterback now.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're not going to get another one.
Mm-hmm.
What the past few years, 10, 15 years, never got a quarterback. Mm-hmm. We had Derek Carr. So, we need to draft a quarterback. Nope, you didn't. What did he say right there? We got Geno Smith, but that don't mean we're not going to draft one.
Yeah.
So that gives me. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
No, that means that, like you said, the mid-roll vibes. Maybe Sanders, because I don't hear the Sanders talk that much in the Raider camp. As much as I'm hearing more of a mid-roll talk now. I'm hearing more of that.
Mm-hmm.
And so they see potential. Everybody say Cam Ward. Well, Cam Ward's not going to be there. When somebody above us going to take him, Browns, one of the New York teams. Or no, well, the Jets behind us. But, no, they're going to take him. Somebody is before he get to us. If he does, fine, get him. If not, oh well. But I see a Milrow coming in. If not Milrow, then one of the other guys. I don't know about Jackson Dart. I don't know if he's a Pete Carroll guy or not. Although he did play at USC for a hot minute. But I don't know if he's the style of quarterback Pete Carroll likes.
Yeah. I'm calling this right now. It's just popped in my head right now as you were saying that. Because, you think about teams that could take a chance on them. And then you think about teams that you hope don't take a chance on them. And I was thinking about that would be so crazy because it's a late first round pick, really late round. And it would be someone in our division. And that would be crazy if KC were to take a chance on you know what I mean? But I know they wouldn't. They're pretty much set in the quarterback position. But I was like, that would be so crazy in like a late round or something like that. They take just as a development for, even though Mahomes is there, but that would be crazy to have behind Mahomes like a Milrow, like he gets hurt. and then Milroe comes in.
Casey got more knees in again a quarterback because they got 3. They got the Hall of Famer Minshew on their team, but they need tackles and receivers. So I don't think they'll waste a draft pick on the first round for a quarterback. I don't see it coming. But you never know, strange things happen. You don't never know.
Your Minshew take actually backs my. I was taking that back, but I'm like, you know what? They do have Minshew, so I wouldn't.
They signed Minshew. Then next day they signed somebody else.
Yeah,
another bad quarterback. I forget who they signed. I really don't care, but I'm just saying, Minshew's not gonna be number 2, but he's gonna be number 3 probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sanders fall Smoke. More likely they might take him. They went to his pro day, and I saw some of the pro days. I'm like, yeah, you gotta get deep ball and everything else and this and that, but I don't know. No news came out how impressed they were.
Yeah.
Because they had everybody in the league there at his pro day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like I was talking with Jeff in Booster Club that I don't like pro days. I really don't. Pro days to me is nothing but a stage show. It's all staged to make it look good.
Mm-hmm.
What I like to watch is those Senior Bowls and all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, those show who the players are because they're playing against their competition. They're playing against and they're hitting each other, challenging each other. Combine, I watch certain things in that. But pro days to me is just a stage show. It's like a Broadway play to me. They got the lights, cameras, action.
Yeah, you hit it dead on because like the Senior Bowls and that's where you see the competitors. You see the people that are you gonna be in the shadows? Or are you gonna come to the light? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you gonna rise to the top, rise to the occasion, or are you just gonna fizzle away?
Yeah, because in those Senior Bowls and all that stuff, you with different coaches, different receivers, different linemen, different everything. Mm-hmm. You don't play with these guys every day for the past 4 years or 3 years. You're with somebody different. Can you get along with these players? Can you take my directions and do this? Mm-hmm. Because what was that guy? Glaze shot the hell out of the guys last year in the Senior Bowl. When the first day of the practice, he wasn't doing something right, and one of the coaches say, "Do this," and then next day, the next practice, he did it right away and got better. There's players like that you want to get. Like I said, in the pro days, like I said, it's all scripted. They go there, you're gonna throw this, and that, and do that. That's not real game scenarios. Senior Bowls and college bowls are real game scenarios. All right. I'm done.
Well, that's where like the small school thing, when people talk about like they come from small schools, they don't play anybody, but I think it's more about the individual player. Because, it could be the team, but there's a reason that dude made that team. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about, I feel if you could stay healthy, learn, stay competing, stay getting better, not, recognize that you have skills, but understand that there is somebody working just as hard or even harder than you right now as you're resting. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's always, you should always be trying to get better. And, it really doesn't matter about the school to me. Like when it comes to, it's the player. Because, the school's not going to be there for you in that fourth quarter. The player is, so get back to compete, Carol.
Yeah, we are going to Super Bowl eventually, Smoke, but
yeah.
We will. I watched some of the analysts and watched the analyst with Jones on there. I forgot what it's called. The show. I'm not going to promote him anyway. He was saying that they're going to the playoffs. And everybody else was like, playoffs? They're not going to playoffs. They're going to compete with Denver and the Broncos and KC and all that stuff. Guys, remember this. We had the Broncos on the ropes in the first game. We almost beat Kansas City in the second game. The Chargers, the first game we played was a shit show. Excuse my language.
Yeah.
The second game was a little better, but we still lost. 0-6. Okay. Because we had bad coaching, bad offensive players, no running game. So we were there, but we had a guy or those guys that finish it out. So I'm not scared. I'm not scared of the AFC West at all. At all. I don't think we're gonna go 0-6.
We didn't have Devontae when we almost beat the Chiefs, did we?
No.
That's crazy. We almost beat them without Devontae. It's crazy.
No. So I mean, they're gonna do 0-6 again. They're gonna be in last place. You don't know that. Kansas City might come in last place. You don't know what's gonna happen. But I tell you one thing, I'm not worried about Kansas City Chiefs. I'm not worried about Denver Broncos. I'm not worried about the Chargers. There's only two teams in AFC total that I worry about, and that's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Buffalo Bills. Those teams scare me more than anybody else.
Yeah.
Pittsburgh Steelers, no, don't scare me. Baltimore Ravens, don't scare me at all. But it's something about the Bills and Cincinnati towards the end of the season always seem to just pull it out. Those teams scare me, if anything else. If we had a good chance to go to playoffs and play them in the playoffs, I'll worry about those two teams.
Yeah, the Bills play it with a purpose. Like from that line, everything they do is calculated. You know what I'm saying? Like they're more organized. Like how Mahomes is more kind of make it happen out of nowhere. Just kind of winging it a little bit, but they come in with a plan in Buffalo.
Salute 805. How you doing, brother?
805. Salute,
man, my man. I'm not worried about that. But Pete Carroll's here for a purpose, and he's here to change this around. He's a great coach in the locker room. If you make a mistake, he'll talk to you. He'll pull you aside and talk to you. He won't sit there and talk to you in your face in front of everybody and embarrass you.
Yeah.
He'll pull you aside and say, hey, look, man, come on, man. You can do better than that.
Mm-hmm.
But he won't sit there like make dummy and throw you on the damn bus. Like McDaniels did every press conference they lose. Well, the players weren't prepared. That's how you ruin a player's confidence. That's how you ruin a team's camaraderie. They start pointing fingers at, this guy didn't block fast enough. This guy over here didn't catch up to him. That calls finger pointing and calls a dysfunction in the locker room. You come in there, go in there, and players walking eggshells because they're scared to say something, scared to do anything. That's not Pete Carroll's style. You got something to say it to me.
Yeah. If something's not working, I'd rather you tell us than to not say anything. Because if we're just going to carry on. If you don't say nothing, like say if you're coaching or whatever, and the kids come to you and say, hey, I'm struggling with this. I don't get how I'm supposed to be here and why I'm here. It's like it doesn't help if I don't let him know why I need him to be in position, why I need him to do what I need him to do. And it's, you have to hear from your players. You have to hear, like if it's a company, you want to hear from your employees. They're the ones that make everything happen. You know what I'm saying? So
Pete Carroll go after the game and say, so what happened, son? You missed that block. That was an important block. What happened? He said, Coach, I'm sorry. Oh, well, we know what next time. Anyway, hey, how's that son of yours doing? I heard he's playing football.
mm-hmm.
That's the kind of guy he is. He's like that grandfather, like, okay, yeah, we made a mistake. Let's move on from that. Hey, how's the family doing?
Yeah.
By the way, how's your wife, whatever her name, Mary doing?
Yeah.
Things like that. That's what he does. He relates to the players because he was a player.
Mm-hmm.
Unlike McDummy, he never played a professional football or anything like that. AP did. He really had players, and that was the AP's downfall.
Mm-hmm.
AP downfall treated the players like they were his friends, locker room friends. And that kind of took the respect down for him as a coach. But like I say, I'm gonna say every time when the players talk about AP, they didn't say, "Hey, coach." They say, "Hey, AP." You don't call a man head of the position coach. It's like you go to your job and calling your boss name is Jeff Smith.
Yeah.
You don't walk in your big time boss up. Hey, Jeff, what's up?
Yeah, to my, hey, bro. Hey.
Yeah, hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's up, Jeff? No, you go on there, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, coach. Yeah, we talked about this too. Like off the Raiders topic was just we were raised with respect. Like it with yes sir, yes ma'am. You know what I'm saying? Like just respect, because it just keeps it universal for everybody. Respect everybody unless you lose that respect.
Yeah, exactly.
And then dealing with doctors and stuff like that now, like these are respected titles that people they're like, we earn these titles. You know what I'm saying? Like we put the work in to get these titles, coach, doctor, dentist, all this, like to get those labels, man. It's earned.
Well, I was in the chat. I'm sorry. Well, I was in the chat. We didn't do our channel last night because Jeff and Booster was really feeling ill, so we canceled. So glad to see he's back.
Yes, sir.
When did you become a program builder? Can people become program builders, or is that something you have?
Yeah, you
and
can.
Who are some of the younger guys?
Obviously, you can. Yeah.
If you want to learn how to edit really well from professional Hollywood editors, we're going to show you the stuff that nobody else is teaching.
When I was at New England and was out the year after that, that was the year that really my life in football changed. I mean, I've been coaching 27 years at that time, and at that time I really didn't know that I wanted to be a head coach. It just kind of happened, honestly, and I wasn't prepared well enough. I didn't have my philosophy together. I didn't have my approach nailed. And in that off season, I had a moment where I figured it out. I need to get my act together. And
right there,
tell you the story. You figure it
right
out.
There. That's what I'm saying. He wasn't that good when his first time around. He said, "I got to learn some things."
He got to a Super Bowl. If you remember that one, the Patriots and Packers.
Yeah. No, he wasn't there.
Oh, he was. That was the coach. He was the coach for the Patriots.
Was he?
Yeah, Pete Carroll.
But man, I guess he was. But other than that, what he said, it didn't go as well in the beginning as he thought it would go. He knows going to be a coach now. He said, "I get my act together. I have to learn some things." That's when he went back to the college, went to the college ranks.
Mm-hmm.
Other coaches don't do that. Who's doing that now? Who's on the Raiders? Chip Kelly.
Mm-hmm.
He was an awesome at Oregon. I remember he used to beat the crap on my team, USC, with a high power offense. Took that to the NFL, did good for a couple of years, but then he failed to do the head coaching job, what head coach need to do. So they said, "Well, hell." Went to UCLA, built that program a little bit. Then he said, "Head coach." It took a special type of, I keep saying, a special type of person to be a head coach. He's not only coaching the young men, grown men, but you got to coach the defense, offense, special teams, the coaching staff. You got a whole thing to worry about. When you're offensive coordinator, you know about the offense. Defense coordinator, defense, special teams. But your head coach, you got to worry about all that plus more. Plus your coaching staff, plus administrator, plus a goddamn water person, water girl, water boy. Yeah, what about them too? Because you got to make sure you get on the field fast enough, get on the field. There's a lot of things they got to do to be a head coach. It takes a special person to do that. And Pete, I think, is special.
Yeah, that's the thing, because you don't have time to be keeping everybody back, get everybody get excited, jumping on the field. You got to keep everybody back. That's why you usually have that coordinator, to keep everybody off the field, because you don't want no penalties, no nonsense. And as a coach, you got to focus. You got to focus on everything. You got to see things like if you don't have enough men on the field, you have too many, you got to see everything. So, you're constantly counting, you're constantly checking, double checking, seeing who's out there, seeing who's not out there. Why are you sitting when it's all the stuff.
And he depends on his staff under him to help him out for that. He don't depend on the help, but he'll like, hey, did you see something? Hey, he'll say, hey, Pete Carroll, hey, there was a play right there that you need to review. Okay, thank you. He can't see everything. That's why he depends on his coaching staff to help him out. But he still got to make the decisions. And some players, like, if you watch AP last year, like we all did, he on the sideline lost his hell. Like, dude, throw the red flag. He's sitting there.
Yeah.
What the hell are you doing, man? We all see it. You mean you couldn't see that?
Yeah. That was another thing that kind of frustrated me too about him too. It's like we would see this stuff and he would try to rush up to the line and run a play, but I'm like, man, you got to challenge that. We already had, that's 4 more downs, versus just this one suicide down.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, like I said, it takes a special player to be a head coach, so we got that.
Yeah.
I read about it if you were somewhere else. But at that moment, everything shifted. And the next thing that happened, I went to USC. So it was pretty dang significant, and it was really figuring out who I am, figuring out what my uncompromising principles were all about, figuring out how I wanted to treat the people, how I envisioned the organization coming together in all aspects. And all I can tell you is the next thing that happened, I went to SC and they were yelling at me for coming in there. They didn't want me, the fans at this moment in time, we did a terrible response.
Whoa, wait,
no, I was a USC fan.
Welcome home, Pete.
I was a USC fan, and the guy with that guy Smith, I'm like, who are going to be head coach? It's Pete Carroll. I said, Pete Carroll, because I remember he sucked at the NFL. Like, why am I bring this guy in? Mm-hmm. I was skeptical. I was like, oh, God. They're losing seasons for USC. They went 6-6 with the bowl game. Next year, they in a big bowl game. Well, next year, they win the national championship. Like, okay, I guess we made the right decision. But see, you have to learn.
Mm-hmm. Because that's the thing. That's how you learn is from failing. You never learn when you keep on just winning at something or you're good. You'll get bored. You're just like,
One point. Jeff just made a comment. Jack Jones officially released.
Wow. So I hate when we do stuff like that, but I mean, because
But I had a feeling. I mean, let me cut you off. Sorry about that, Jason.
No, it's all good.
I had a feeling that was going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Jones not a Pete Carroll type D back. I don't know using a Patrick Graham D back because AP brought him in.
Yeah,
and he had to bang the table to Telesco to get him. Yeah.
Well, thank you for your services, Jack. Thank you for the couple highlights you gave us.
That's all he gave us, highlights. He didn't give us anything else.
But
I had a strange feeling when Pete Carroll signed on to the Raiders. I thought about a couple players that won't be there. He was one of them. Because, like I said, you look at Pete Carroll's Legion of Boom. All those DBs were big hitters.
Oh yeah.
They were 6'4", 6'3", but they were hitters. They tackled well. The DBs at Pete Carroll thing in Seattle, they tackled regardless. Make a catch, you're getting tackled right there on the spot.
Like even all it takes is to get hit one time and to affect how you approach the game. You know what I mean? Like I know it's not as violent as it used to be, but all it takes is one good, well-timed hit.
Yeah, it's not violent. It's still violent, but it's like it used to be. But you figure this. Jason, you're a wide receiver. I'm a DB.
Mm-hmm.
You caught that ball a 15-yard dig. I'm pissed off. Try that shit again. Next time you're gonna know you're not doing this 15-yard dig on third attempt because I'm gonna hit your ass so hard. You might get the ball, you might not. But you're like, You got what they call alligator arms. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to get hit.
Yeah, I'm
That's
gonna hit,
Pete Carroll wants. He, like,
I'm gonna hit you with that corner route. You're gonna think I'm going in, and I'll just hit you with that. Out of there.
I tell you what, dude, you're gonna do it again. I'm gonna watch it, and you do it again. Watch what happens. See, I'm gonna put up. No, I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna put a hurt on you. But notice that Pete Carroll came in there. Guess what? They re-signed immediately.
Bob. You see, he said, "Oh, where my USC people at?"
Not
said,
that,
"Hey."
but he saw that too. But he saw Paulo making those hits. He was hitting people left and right.
6'4",
but hitting people.
Mm-hmm.
That's why when they said Merrick Goff, I don't care. He didn't do anything. He's been 4 years, and he started playing good to the last 6 games of the year. That don't work. All right, bye. And then I don't know if I got. Was it Carolina? Where you go? Pay him all that money. Good. Enjoy your money. Yeah, so released, huh? Jeff, where'd you get that from? I didn't see it.
Yeah, because I heard him talking about, I was hoping we could have either traded if the worst case, but
I don't think there's a trade option anybody wanted.
Somebody, the Browns, somebody.
Somebody pick him up.
Yeah. Where does he go? Probably the Patriots. He go back. Everybody else going. Hey, is Tyler Lockett not at
He's nowhere now.
Oh, say I swear I heard something that he went to the Patriots.
No.
Oh, well, that's my mistake then. Oh, well, then we still got a shot at Lockett then.
Yeah. Lockett will take the place of Jacoby Myers, and I don't want that to happen.
Yeah. Hopefully
I wouldn't mind bringing him in, but he's my of Jacoby Myers type player. Yeah. He's faster than Jacoby Myers, but no.
Yeah, definite bet.
Well, we gotta do this in the draft. Obviously. We gotta get some big receivers because, like I said, my tag is we don't need a lollipop gill receiver core in our group because everybody's small. So I think we get some big receivers.
The guy Higgins from Iowa State, right?
I like
watched Steve Smith's take on him.
I did.
Yeah, I was gonna say he loves him too, and I'm like, and for all the obvious reasons like the size, they said he's more because they were saying T-Mac. Right, sorry, the Siri thing keeps popping up. Oops. All right, yeah, they were saying he was more like how T-Mac was supposed to be Mike Evans or Drake London comp, but they said Jaden Higgins is more of that comp.
Yeah, but he runs routes.
Yeah.
But T-Mac, he reminds of a Renfro type player. He don't run routes. He's trying to find an opening and get the ball. And plus, he said, watch him, but that was his younger days. I don't know if he does now. I already have him Higgins in later rounds and trap T-Mac at 6. Hey, what's up, AR? How you doing, brother? Sorry about your Vegemite game. I was rooting for you. I came in late, but I was rooting for you. I don't see the Jeff, what you can see of that?
He says wishful thinking. No. No.
But I took it on as I think I couldn't care less at the time because I knew where we were going, what we wanted to do, because I'd figured out how I wanted to do it. So, can you be a program builder? Can you learn how to do it? Yes, I did. And but the essence of it is figuring out who you are and what you want to stand for and how you're going to deal with people that you're going to be dealing with at all levels, and make it has to come from your heart. It has to be right, as authentic as it can possibly be. Then you can withstand the questions and the challenges and the issues and concerns from a place that you can be true. And let me extend this thought too, that it's extremely difficult for guys to be first-year coaches. It's extremely difficult. I got fired the first time. I got fired the second time. You know, and it's because I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have my act together. And it wasn't that I wasn't wanting to be good and all that. I hadn't been through enough. You know, so sometimes you got to learn the hard way. And I hate learning the hard way. I always like the other guy to learn the hard way. But you know, sometimes you just got to go through it, and that's what good plays.
Are there young guys in the league that stand out to you as up and coming program builders?
Of course, yeah, they're all over the place. Yeah, there are.
Coach, how do you see the pedigree of all the coaches?
He hella wanted the names, but he didn't give them none though.
Yeah, you heard that, right? Yeah, I ain't put myself out there.
Yeah, he said, yeah, there's a bunch. He was trying to, I don't know what he was trying to dig out of that question. Like, I mean, what would that?
He was trying to get him to say something.
Yeah, who he admires and who he kind of looks up to and or looks to. You know,
that's that big girl's game. AP with a blah blah.
Yeah, he's all everybody. It was just blah 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 blah.
Him and McDermott were like blah 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 blah.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Hit him with about 100 you knows and well you know. And,
be careful, like yeah. Wait, next question.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That Joe wasn't a good cover cornerback.
Guys for a long time, and
you gotta watch his film.
I'm not going to assume that I've got them figured out. You know, we got to study and work our tails off to figure out what's coming up now, how they've grown and evolved and all that. But battling against Andy and Sean and Jimmy Harbaugh, that's what it should be. And what will happen for us to survive the challenge?
He called him Jimmy. Jimmy Harbaugh.
Well, Jimmy Harbaugh has no luck against Pete Carroll because he beat him multiple times in college and in pros. So
I've never heard anybody call him Jimmy Harbaugh though. Like that's
they're good friends. They're really good friends. So old Jimmy.
He said old Jimmy. Like yeah, that's I don't know why that's so funny, but I'm like I'll never hear nobody call Harbaugh Jimmy.
There was a meme. I wish I was down. I gotta find it. It was a meme showing Harbaugh as the head coach of the Chargers, like his face, like you all look all tough.
Yeah.
Then a meme showing Raiders hired Pete Carroll. they showed Jimmy Harbaugh, you know, all buffed and like new head coach of the Chargers. And then they show a year later, they show Pete Carroll come in with the red hat and everything else, and then Jimmy called. All frail and skin, like, oh God, we gotta play against him.
It's because I mean, man, Sean Payton, you know, like I say, I don't know, I'm putting Pete, you know, I say, you know, Reed, Pete, Harbaugh, Sean, Payton.
Okay, you gotta look at the record. Okay, not counting Reed because he got there like 8 times, but look at the record. I mean, Super Bowls Pete went to. He went to 2 back-to-back Super Bowls.
Yeah, 2.
One could have won 2. Could have won 2 back-to-backs, but that's neither here or now. But Sean Payton, how many Super Bowls he win? 1. That was the Katrina year. I think they gave it to him.
Yeah.
Now, how many has he been to after that?
None.
Okay. How many Super Bowls Harbaugh went to?
Ooh, was it 2?
1.
Oh, 1. Damn. I tried to give him another one.
No. And how many did he win?
None.
So, not counting Andy Reid, Pete Carroll's 1-1. So he went to 2 because he won 3. Well, actually, 1 and 2 because the Patriots. I didn't know that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. 1 and 2. Yeah.
So he went to 3.
Yeah.
Peyton went to 1. Harbaugh went to 1. Am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I think it's 1. It might be 2. I might be wrong, but I didn't follow 49ers. My wife does. I don't follow him. But he lost that one to his brother.
Yeah.
So Pete got a better record going to the big game than everybody in the division but Andy Reid. So with experience and this and that, I'll put the number two as their coach. Now, remember one thing, just very quick before we play the video again. Harbaugh won that championship in Michigan. He was there for 8 years. It took him that long to get to that level. 8 years. So he won that championship. Pete Carroll won that championship at USC. 3 years. You do the math. 3 years to win that championship. Although it took him 7 or 8 years to win that championship. So who do you think is a better coach?
Yeah, we won that one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Here we go back to the
challenges of that division. We're going to be ready for whatever comes, and that's the way it should be. If you expect it to be easy and it's going to be you got an advantage, I don't see it that way. The harder it is, the better it is for us to get good. And the sooner it's hard, the sooner we get better. And so the challenges are enormous. You guys are great. I have great respect for him. I happen to be sitting next to Jim on one side, and I got Andy on the other side. These meetings, yesterday we were having a blast.
Jim and Andy.
So,
I can't wait for that to happen.
He knows he didn't say Harbaugh. He knows he didn't say Sean Payton, right? He said,
yeah.
Yeah. I got Jimmy on one side. You got Jim on one side and Andy on the other side. He didn't say Payton. He said,
yeah. Hey, and see, I like that. He's saying who he really has to. I mean, yeah, you got to compete with everybody, but he's saying he knows who the true competitors.
Yeah, you do.
I happen to be sitting next to Jim
because he competed with them for years.
Yesterday we were having a blast.
Oh yeah, it's gonna get good.
Yeah, he said I don't want to easy, I want it hard. So that way you get better.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's gonna learn some stuff. Because I mean, being with those great coaches, you're gonna see some great things. You're gonna see great players. You're gonna see a lot. We'll all get better. Yeah, I think it's gonna be I don't think it's gonna be one of those where somebody kind of runs away with the division. I think it's gonna be a tight division. It's going to be close, back and forth. Pretty even.
Well, this guys last night were talking when I watched like I said, I'm not gonna promote their show. We were talking about Denver and San Diego. Well, I still call them San Diego. Excuse me. They went to the playoffs, but Chargers got in. Denver had to win the last game, and who they play? Kansas City. What did Kansas City do? They didn't even play that game. They put their third string out there. They didn't care. They didn't want to play Cincinnati in the playoffs. They don't want to go against Joe Burrow because Joe Burrow will kill Kansas City.
Mm-hmm.
So Denver, well, for that, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs. They had to win that last game. Kansas City just let them win.
What's wrong with bro in the video?
Which one?
Tripping off his phone. No.
Trying to get a picture.
You're trying to get that right angle on.
Picture of the back of his head. Like,
yeah.
Let's be careful. How you know? It's an old gray haired man. That could be anybody.
He's like, no, for real. That's Pete. For
there
real.
You go. I swear it is. Watch. Let me zoom in.
So I can't wait for that to happen.
You talk about program builders. What do you see from Bo Nix?
Wow.
Exactly Travis Hunter.
I think he came through.
He said, wow.
From the opening game of the year, and he was not ready to be the guy that he showed that he was later on in the season. He became a dynamic football player very quickly. I think a tremendous amount of credit goes to Sean building him, and making him. Because it's hard to figure those guys out sometimes, and everybody has their own way of going about it, and the results are all across the lot. How the young guys do, and you have to have your act together to figure that out. And Sean surely did.
You guys did the Geno trade. Could you just talk about how it all came together when it started to seem like that was a realistic possibility?
Yeah, kind of. I'll tell you this.
I wouldn't mind Travis Hunter. In chat, they talk about Travis Hunter. I wouldn't mind if they pick him and say if he falls 6, I would pick him up because he's a dynamic player. He does it all. I wouldn't mind that.
At wide receiver?
Travis Hunter, the DB wide receiver.
Yeah.
He's dynamic. I wouldn't mind that at all. If he picks it falls number 6, I wouldn't be mad about that. No, not at all.
If some good players are going to fall, I just, I still want us to trade back and kind of get some more because, we need We need some help.
I'll tell you one thing. If that dude Carter probably gone. Although he's been hurt, he's falling in the draft, but somebody still won't grab his ass.
Mm-hmm.
Mason Graham not there. If Shedeur Sanders not there, Cam Moore's not there, I would trade back.
Yeah. Because Chicago has those 2 second-round picks, right? And then, there's rumors that they want Genty. So because there's other running backs, and especially if we stack another second or third or whatever we get off them for trading, trading back, we can get a running back and something else in that round. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. We want to double up. We need all the help we can get.
But see, here it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
Cowboys want Genty too. Jerry Jones loved those kind of running backs. I can see, hey, we'll trade you our 12th and a third for another 6th pick. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still get some diamonds in the 3rd round.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. I want to stack up in those rounds because, that's cool. We could, I feel like if we drafted 6 and it's not, say if it is a running back or a wide receiver or something crazy, but I feel we could have got a little bit more value for that pick. You know what I'm saying? We could have slid back a few times, like Chicago, maybe bam. And then, if Dallas wants to trade, we'll trade back with them too. And then we can go to work.
With that Geno pickup, that changed the whole dynamic of the thing.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to be desperate to get a quarterback. Don't have to be desperate. Now we can we got the man in place.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what else we need? Running back. Oh hell, there are about 50,000 running backs in the draft. We can draft about 6 of them in the later rounds, or UDFAs. So we don't have to take Genty. Everybody said take Genty. We don't have to take Genty.
Yeah,
we don't have to take him.
Mm-hmm.
Believe me, I like Henderson better than anybody else. I like Henderson and the guy from not Devin Neal. What's the other guy? Ollie
Gordon.
I like Ollie Gordon, Hampton, and Henderson. I'll take either one of those 3 guys in the 3rd, 2nd, 3rd round.
Yeah,
and I'll get 2, 3 running backs.
Yeah, we could do some damage because really with Mostert, and then we'll say whoever we drafted running back, and then we pick up another. We got a good thing going, and then we get.
Do me a favor. Highlight Jason Downs highlights all the way at the bottom.
Let me get it.
Because I'm gonna punish him in a minute. He's trolling me right now. That's what he's doing. He's trolling me.
Damn, I'm behind. Forgive me, chat. I'm super behind.
Yeah, I had no control of it. He said Dylan Gabriel in the 5th. You know what, Jason Downs?
Okay.
Stop trolling me.
Let me see. Almost there. Oh, here we go. Damn. Appreciate y'all, man, too.
Jason, I'm gonna kick you off, man. My moderator, you keep on trolling me like that. He's always messing with Dylan Gabriel.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, if he's like late, 5th round, still too high for me. I'll take him in the 9th round.
Yeah, maybe 10th. Mid 10th.
Yeah, I'll trade up. I'll trade up for a 10th round pick. Anyway, so I like what he's saying. I like what Pete Carroll's saying.
Mm.
He's not spilling his guts. No, we got quarterbacks in the room. We got, and they picked up one, Stokes. Stokes played cornerback and safety, so he's a dual role guy. The guy from Green Bay.
Green Bay, yes, Eric Stokes.
Yeah,
is he going to be slot, or do you think he's going to be?
I don't think he'll be slot. I think it's be more or less that dual. They play three safeties. I think it'll be that cover safety because he plays cornerback, so he's a great cover safety. That's what I think he'll play. I don't think he'll play slot. I think they're gonna look for their slot receiver. That's why they re-signed Darnay Holmes because he's fast and he hits too. Yeah. Because somebody was talking about, well, we put Jack Jones at It's like he get burned too much. Plus, he don't tackle. And then he has to watch the line of scrimmage. He don't tackle. That's why if he's released, like Jeff said, okay, that's one headache out the building. Because I remember this is a new regime. They're gonna bring their people in here, who they like. Pete Carroll's a D-back coach. Pete Carroll's a head coach. He know what deep room. Why they so successful? Nobody can pass on him. And you have Bobby Wagner there. They could barely run on him.
Yeah. And then I think that was kind of the Devin White signing too. Was kind of like a, where he would have his vet DB. Someone that can, be the QB of the defense.
Well, Devin White played more of a blitzing linebacker than he does blitzing linebacker and a cover linebacker than anything else. Robert's the one's going to stop the holes. He's the one to go pause. He's the one to go. He's the one to go hit some gaps. He's the one that's going to get them run games going.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. In fact, let me get back to before I get.
No, I didn't say get Wagner. I was just saying that's what Pete Carroll had when he was in Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's older. Everything else, but no, I don't say bring him in. But that's the type of play he likes.
Sure.
Options that I was hoping would be available, and when we talked right from the beginning, there was a number of options of who we could go to a quarterback to kind of start the program up, and Gino was prominent in my mind because I knew exactly what we're getting, and Gino and I have a tremendously long, in-depth relationship. Talked to him all throughout, this year. At times, you'd be surprised how much we were just communicating and stayed in touch, and really, it's about me supporting him and hoping for the best. And so when it came around time we could finally get to it, it was an automatic that we would take a shot at it. And fortunately, Seattle was willing to listen, and John Spytek did his first big-time deal, and he pulled it off exactly in the manner that we wanted to, and so it gave us a great kickstart to what's going on.
A couple years ago, you called him one of your all-time favorite guys.
You see that?
What all went into that?
Gino talked to Spytek and told him that Seattle wanted ready to trade. He talked to Spytek. Spytek listened, and he did it. You see that? So that's the one thing Telesco and AP didn't have last year. I don't think AP wanted Minshew. I don't think he's a good Minshew. Now, I don't think that was his ideal quarterback. He already had an ideal quarterback. It was AOC. Maybe draft one.
Mm-hmm.
But Telesco's now, we're going to get Minshew. All right, whatever. But Pete Carroll said, hey, you know what? I work with this kid. He's a competitor. I think he'd be great. See, I don't want to give up. Go talk to him. And I don't care anybody say a third-round pick that we got for getting rid of Diva Adams. It's basically a swap.
Mm-hmm.
A better quarterback for a complainer, somebody who always bitching and nagging about not getting his touches. I think that's a good swap.
Yeah. Yep, solid. And all he has to think about is football. All he has to do is just concentrate on football. And then, see, that was something that they brought up too, like being that we signed him for, these years to come now. Do we just focus on building around him? Because, that is true. That would be unfair to draft a quarterback. I mean, it's for the future of the franchise, but, you're spending a pick on a position that you already pretty much have in place. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense, like, is that a waste, or should you be building around the quarterback that is there now?
I think my philosophy, I'm looking at it from my point of view and my point of view only. I'm thinking that's why they gave him that third year is not guaranteed. I'm thinking that's what gave him the Jalen Miro vibes right there. That's what I'm thinking they're going to build around Geno. They're going to give him the weapons he need, the running backs he need. But they also want a similar style quarterback like a Geno Smith. So they just decide to, I don't want to be anymore, or take off, or they won't resign them. A quarterback who pretty much has some similarities, they can step right in.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Because they're gonna get an athletic quarterback. They're gonna draft one. They're gonna draft another AOC. I'm not saying nothing wrong with AOC, but he's a pocket passer. They don't get a dual threat quarterback. They don't get a mobile quarterback. A dual threat quarterback is one that will take off and run in a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen Miro done that, but you're gonna learn. So that's what I'm thinking. They're gonna build around Geno to win now, because Pete Carroll only had 3 years, maybe 4. Geno has 3 years, or 2 years, maybe 3. So they're gonna build around for the next 2 years, get that quarterback in position. Sit back and learn.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna follow what Green Bay does with their quarterbacks. Aaron Rodgers sat behind Brett Favre for years. Came out superstar. Jordan Love sat behind Aaron Rodgers. Come out playing well, playing good actually.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they're gonna start doing. Even Tom Brady said he don't believe in that driving a quarterback in the first round and out there playing. He believes that he need to sit a year. He sat a year. Ryan Breeze. Bledsoe. I believe it's like learning the game, learn the speed. Because look at CJ Stroud came to the league to a team that's already was ready for him.
Mm-hmm.
Second year, didn't do so well. Jane Daniels came into a team already had their players in place.
Mm-hmm.
Second year might not be as good. Might not. Bo Nix came to a team that had some offensive players, but they had a great defense. All you had to do is just don't do anything stupid.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see what happens next year. But if you have a guy that sit there and learn from a veteran player and see what not to do, and build a team around him, then the team around you will be exactly the same. So that's what I'm looking at. That's why this Jalen Miro thing sounds kind of like, I didn't want him at first. I didn't want to be the pick because we didn't have Geno Smith. But now that we do, I have different thoughts. You guys talking about music in the chat. What the hell? Carlos Santana.
Hey, legend.
Oh, yeah. It's Black Magic Woman, man. My favorite one of all.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I got that. I got that different on my playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know. Come on, Jason. Let's do a mock draft. I'm ready.
Oh, yeah.
You do one, I'll do one.
All right, for sure. We do it for the people. All right, let me.
Like I said, I apologize to the guys. I used to do mock drafts on Wednesday, but something came out, couldn't do it. I'll try to get this weekend to where people pick.
Oops, wrong one.
I'm gonna show you who I'm gonna pick.
All right, let me see. Make sure I'm on. Oh, okay. Why am I not on that one? There we go.
Oh, you bought some more slippers?
I know. Those are kind of nice. Those are the Jesus Walks right there.
Oh, they are?
I think. They look like the. Let me see. Where is. Okay.
I'm old man. I don't open those slippers no more. I wear socks with my sandals.
You know.
Sandals and socks.
Okay, this is one. You can see that, right? No. Nike.
I'm gonna ask the chat. You guys see that chat? I think I might make it a little bigger.
But can you see me? All right. Oh, okay. Maybe this. Is this? No. Oh.
You can't get it.
Yeah. Well, I forgot. What was the button?
Control plus. Yeah, Control plus.
There we go. Can. Does that work?
Hit hold Control, hit plus.
That's
to make it bigger.
Okay. I'm gonna go back to this one. Okay, let me know if it goes. Nothing.
No.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I can barely see it. Let's see. Maybe my screen is small. Let's see. Yeah, well, I guess I put my machine bigger. Now I can see it.
All right.
Like I said, I'm a new browser, so I got to make things different.
Okay, so we have. Okay, so we can press start. I think we're already set.
Give me a second, guys. I'll be right back. You can start. I'll be right back.
For sure.
I
think I'm gonna take a kicker. I hear this guy's good. Oh. Okay, something went. Okay, I reset that because for some reason it was just going, but new trades.
Let's see. Now I can see better. Get a glare from my door.
Okay.
Oh, there you
go. I think. Okay. Let me see.
You got computer off? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
See, look, they already want the trade.
Yeah. So they want to trade the 12 and the 44.
I would take that.
Yeah. Let's see what the other. I'm just looking at what the other one was. Okay, there's we gotta go first fan. Wait.
Who's it, Giants?
Yeah, that's the Giants.
Yeah. They will trade a second round first. Now I wouldn't take anything next year. I want something this year if I were you. That Dallas is pretty good. Plus we get 2 next year. Round 2 to round 7.
Take that.
I would take that.
And then let's try getting a running back. So is this where Genty goes? Yeah. Browns. Mm-hmm. That's actually a good look for him. Him and what's his face? Goodness. Chubbs.
Big Chubbs, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna just say, they're giving us Sky Moore.
Who's Sky Moore? Was he good?
He was injured all the time. He has some speed, but yeah, he never.
He was injured all the time, and as a Chief, I won't give him shit.
Yeah. Next.
Denver.
Patrick Surtain too.
What?
I would for sure take that one though, but
I don't know.
That won't help us for.
Yeah, but we did give. What pick they give us? 23rd, and were we at 12?
Yeah. Oh, they'll give us 20.
I can barely see this. I don't know why I can't see it.
Yeah. Let me see what the next one was. But yeah, I would take that one so far. And then
That is the thing. Well, now we do need help on quarterback room. That's Denver, and what we're taking? What, the 20th?
Yeah.
And we're at the 12th.
Yeah.
That's a chat. What do you guys think? You take that trade?
Because we do need.
We need a cornerback. Pretty much. And the thing is the man.
Yeah, I would just have to accept that, guys.
All right, do it. I would take it.
Yeah, I was just saying that you guys can thank me later.
No, I would take it. Now we got a cornerback, so I don't have to worry about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's computer. That's what I like about this one. The computer's trade too.
Mm-hmm. Defensive. Oh, Miles Murphy.
Yeah, that's not for us. That's for somebody else. We're at 20.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, Dallas. They're really trying to move the draft.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay, we got 4 trades. Nothing.
No.
Yeah, nothing that help us now.
No.
We got DB. We're okay for now.
Yeah, we got some thing.
Nah. Can't. Yeah, we already got. Yeah. So we're gonna we'll pick. So we reject them all.
Yeah. All right. So now we're at 20. Who's the best available player right now?
In my eyes, it would be either Amanawari or Matthew Golden.
Okay, so we got a quarterback BI trade, and we're still in the first round. Do me a favor, look at quarterbacks. I just want to see who's there.
For sure. Oh, we got Ewers. You got Milroe, Will Howard, Cal McCord.
Oh, you know what I'll do now? Since we got that cornerback, I will take Milroe right now.
Take Milroe right now?
Yeah, I will take him right now. Just get him in there. Just get him in there. I mean, people say, why early? Because he's like on that list. He'll be the next one to go. I want to take Ewers. I'll take Milroe because he's a good project to work with. Under, what's his name? Yeah, that's his name.
Gino?
No. Yeah, he'll play on Gino, but what's the quarterback coach name?
Olsen.
Olsen, yeah. Mm-hmm. We mean no, Chris. Shut up, Jack. It's a late first round pick. I'm still taking. I would trade up in the late first round, pick him up anyway. Plus, we got a cornerback, Surtain.
Yeah, I think people are going to be upset because we might have missed out on some running back action.
We never running backs in the league. When this is finished, go to the running backs. Watch how many running backs over here.
For sure. Are we done with this trade? What was this? Oh no, this is the offers for this pick. Damn, we missed out on Ibuka. Yeah, next. They keep trying to throw us a DB. And then not so much.
Reject
yeah, let's get up.
Next year. Go to running backs. How many running backs in there?
Okay, running back.
And wide receivers.
We got
still got Brown Henry there. You still got Henderson there. I mean, there's so many there. It's ridiculous. They go wide receivers.
Yeah, let me see. Go to wide receivers. We got Burden. We got
Higgins still there. You see, I mean, we're not missing on anybody yet.
I'm sorry, guys, but
take him.
Taking Higgins.
Take him. I will take him too.
Yeah, let me see. Because we got the DB, we got quarterback, we got Higgins. Now we can play
around with tackles and all that stuff.
Yeah. But we still need. Yeah, I'll say we still need a running back too. So hopefully. Oh, in fact, we here. All right, so we got Hampton, we got Johnson, we got Henderson.
Yeah, so pick your poison, dude. Henderson's great.
Oh, my bad.
It's good. You already picked him?
Yeah, I took Hampton just to
That's fine. That's fine. Because Portland Henderson, he's not gonna have the eye, the vision. Hampton do, but what Henderson has, It's good breakaway speed, and he can catch out the backfield. So, but Anthony can do it all.
Yeah, they say he's every down back, so I like that he was still there. So,
well, yeah, I like it down back, but he had to play every down to get another running back.
Yeah,
which I think you better get because I say there'll be a lot of running backs to UDFAs.
Got a lot of trades going on.
That's why the computer doing it.
Xavier Watt to Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm looking at Xavier Watt too.
Okay, so now we're back.
No trade offers. So who we got so far? Look at our draft board.
We have Jalen Milroe. We have Jaden Higgins, Marion Hampton.
So we got a running back, got a receiver, and we got a future quarterback. Now, what I would start doing is building that trench up. Just go O-line. I will go O-line and D-line and O-line and linebacker. Those three things. D-line, O-line, linebacker.
All right. I was gonna say there's a good guard, Radledge. There's a couple wide receivers. There's Henderson still there too.
Trayvon Henderson still there?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Wow.
Yeah. We're in a spot because
where we at now?
We are at pick 68. So
we got the extra second round. That's right.
Yeah. So Henderson, we could get another wide receiver.
I would take him.
Yeah, okay. Let's do it, man.
We got third down back.
Yeah. So we're set at running back for life. No.
Running back. Don't worry about them at all.
All right. So now we'll get the trenches.
Yeah. Let's work on trenches and linebacker.
Yeah, but
I know Walker's gone from Georgia. I know he's already gone. I know he's off the board.
Let's see what we got.
Yeah, he's been released. I knew that. His stick said he's been released. I didn't see reports, but I knew something was going to happen. I'm sure they were trying to trade him, but nobody wanted him.
It's so hard to say goodbye.
It's like I don't know if you heard what I said, a smoke bomb treatment to the running back room.
Man.
You hear about what I said about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Another smoke bomb treatment. Like, bye.
All right, here we go. Coming up.
Coach, I can't get back in the room. The door's locked. Yeah, that's the reason why. Keep walking.
Yeah.
So we're gonna.
All right, so we got Ozzy Trapillo. Or Trapillo. As far as trenches wise, we got some safeties. Andrew Makuba. Ty Felton, speedy wide receiver, Maryland. Tez Johnson, smaller, elusive back.
Well, I think we got a number one, Higgins. I think we got that. We probably do that with a little bit more, but I think we got that.
So I guess
I say get that old line, get a guard or a combo guard tackle guy.
In fact, let's look at his let's look at the 6'8", 316.
That's a tackle.
Yeah.
What's the speed? If you go down and see it, everything's up.
5.21.
Keep scrolling down.
Let me see.
There you go. You can see all these strengths and weaknesses. That's what I like about this thing too. It shows everything.
Mm-hmm. Let me see. It's got his 81 and 2/8 for the wingspan. Arms are short, so that's why I say we could probably put him in guard.
It's kind of big to be a guard, 6'8". That's kind of big, and the speed is kind of slow because guards got to move.
Mm-hmm. Wait, no, I think his 40 was not. I think it was 5.2.
I think we do better than that.
Yeah.
Yes, he played tackle, so no moving to guard, be kind of like.
Let me see. The scouting report strengths uses his massive frame, masterfully, and pass protection, creating a gravitational pull that forces edge rushers to take wider angles and expand their arc unnecessarily. Possesses vice grip hand strength that, when paired with proper placement, completely neutralizes power rushers trying to work through his chest.
Yes, that's one thing about that. These edge rushers are not power that much anymore. They're more like speed.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I think you had long arms to reach to get them out before they, use their speed against you. He'll probably be good in the run game, but he says a pass protector, man.
Let me see. Okay, the closest guard is 153. We're at 108.
Yeah, we gonna wait on guards.
Yeah, but we do need it. We do need a, when we think about Colton Miller, just in case, because this is. Oh wait, we didn't extend him yet, right? Or
No, it's last year.
Okay, so yeah, we definitely need to get somebody to get ready to replace him too.
So looks like guys is still there.
Yep, you want to go out?
Pierce. Go there.
Oh,
Pierce. Was it?
Oh, for
yeah,
Holland Pierce.
Yeah. Well, watch his stats.
Okay.
Look at his stats. Look at his side speed. Scroll up.
6'8", 341. Hey.
Yeah.
Okay.
But look at his speed. 5'4", how big he is, and get that speed.
Yeah.
And watch his arm length.
Let me see. Let's go. Let me get out of there. My bad. Arms. Oh yeah, better.
Yeah.
Better. Hands, height, of course. Span, not so much, but.
No, he's gonna be trained.
And he's pretty even kill for both pass blocking and run blocking. So
I would take him. That's the guy I picked in my mock draft. I always pick him. If he's there, I always grab him. Because if he's going to play behind Colton Miller or Glaze, he can learn.
Mm-hmm. Just in case anything crazy happens, we got him.
Yeah. I got to take him.
We're being aggressive, Raider Nation.
Yeah.
We're going to get him. Look at us. Defense is getting a little jealous though because we haven't touched. But
we got defense already. We got Sertain.
Yeah.
We can look at linebacker, D tackle, but I'll say one more pick. Guard. Gotta get a guard.
Mm-hmm.
You got a tackle. I don't know if he converts well to a guard or not because he's so big. I don't know if he converts well to a guard.
There's even a center. See a couple centers coming. Monahan from USC and Seth McLaughlin from Ohio State.
You're going to take a center and convert him to guard. That's pretty much you can do. It'll switch back and forth.
Mm-hmm. And there's your boy Willie Lump. Lump.
He's still there?
Oh, yeah. They got him at 178. We're on the clock too. So you want to go guard while he's there? Or there's a couple centers though.
Look at their profile, see what's better because he can convert center guard. That's easy. That's easy switch.
Mm-hmm. We got Seth. He's a 6'4". He's only 304 though. Ohio State.
What's his speed? Only a light 5'2".
5'2".
What's his measurables?
Ooh, not too well.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Next. Sorry, Seth.
Yeah, he played with Kelly, but yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Let me see. Let's check the kid from USC.
Oh, I heard
Six-
about it. I seen him.
6'4", 302, light. 5 flat for the
Yeah, he's fast. He runs.
light. Span, not so
Man.
much. Short arms.
Yeah,
And-
I watched him feed, and he wasn't to me to impress me. He was a good play caller, but
Okay. There goes the guy. Oh,
man, he really like
yes. Short too.
nah,
5'11".
yeah.
Yeah. Not saying it's about the size of the dog in the fight, but
Yeah.
you know.
We already got that problem now with Derek Parham. We need that problem again.
Yeah.
Why give every problem and create a new one?
Yeah. I'm gonna check Chase Lunt just to see his size, because worst case we could try to push him inside. 6'8", 304.
That's another project.
Yeah.
Well, you can pass on those and maybe get UDFA, so you can pass on the guards. We got to tackle.
Yeah. All right, we'll see what we got. We'll go back to all. All right, we got Jordan James, running back, Oregon. Jalen Lane, wide receiver, Virginia Tech. Riley Leonard, QB, Notre Dame. LaQuinn Allen, running back, Syracuse. Malachi Moore, safety, Alabama. Curtin Rorick, Indiana. Tyler Show.
We don't need a quarterback. We got a quarterback.
Yeah, tight end.
Check the linebacker room and see what's happening there.
All right, we got Jack Kaiser. We got is it Barron Sorrell?
Oh, look at his profile. Watch this guy.
Boom.
Watch this guy. 6'3".
6'3". Oh,
And
yeah.
and look at his speed.
What happened to his eye? No. Let's see. 4'6'8".
Probably spoken that good stuff.
Yeah. What's wrong with his eye? That's not.
You got the NIL, man. Probably spoke the good stuff.
Man. Hell yeah.
The important stuff. Anyway, no pun, no drugs. I don't believe in that. They probably don't.
Yep.
So good tackle rate.
Yeah. So tackling, not so 58%, and then you got everything else is except the coverage. Not so much coverage, but as far as the pass rush and run defense, yes.
I would take him as a linebacker group because, like I said, it's really no good coverage linebackers anyway, and they have to be developing that. Look at Spillane. He set the coverage. Then he got better.
Mm-hmm.
So you got a linebacker now.
Let's see what we got.
They still trading? Yeah. Coach
Yeah,
line.
Man.
Like this mock draft better? I do. I really like this one.
I think it's more realistic a little bit.
Yeah, I'd say, but plus they show the actual stats of them, what they did. You compare contrast, and plus do that computer trade. That's more realistic because that really happens.
Mm-hmm.
You know, them backroom deals, like, hey, give you some of this for that. What? Merrill in the first was a late round pick, man. Oh no, we got Merrill the second, didn't we?
No, I thought we did too. For some reason, I thought we had picked something else at first. But yeah, that was a late first round pick.
That was late. I'll take Merrill late in the first round. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I would get him now because, like I said, you guys don't realize the Raiders are actually looking at him.
Mm-hmm. And we didn't have to do anything crazy. We actually traded back to get him. So
yeah,
if anything, we gained picks and then was able to get that. And it hopefully is a dynamic player, but.
And then plus we got Surtain from the Broncos, so that's the cornerback. We got rid of Jack Jones, so okay, you got somewhere to replace Jack Jones. Surtain is a lockdown cornerback. Jack Jones wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
The linebacker.
He looks too nice.
Yeah, that's too friendly.
Looks too friendly.
He one of the guys like I hate this thing. Like you hit the player, knock him around, and you put your hand to pick the opposite team up. Like fuck that.
Yeah.
Get away from me. Step on his face.
Tackles though.
What's this?
A linebacker.
224. Kind of light.
Yeah, he's light. He's short, a little shorter.
Nah. Don't need that. So we got Milroe Higgins, your boy. Got Hampton, your boy again. Innocent, both our boys. Pierce, my boy. Go down scrolling again.
Yep, we got
that linebacker thing. So how many picks we got left?
We still got 4.
Yeah. So we didn't get a guard. There wasn't nobody on the table. I say we probably get a guard in the UDFA. So
let's see, defensive line.
Sure.
Or where would you go? Edge?
Yeah, I will go with edge to see because we got what? Kuntz, Crosby. Kuntz, Crosby. Who else we got at edge?
What's his name? The other one? The one we kept.
Snowden.
There you go.
So we got 3 edges. I will try to get another edge.
Okay.
Just to back those guys up for rotational pieces. Because Max needs to take a breather. That guy right here was like, I don't know. He was disruptive. As I watched it, he was disruptive, but he really getting sacks. Good edge setter.
Yeah.
You see by his run, but he didn't really. This motherfucker got 13 sacks.
Damn.
See how his run defense is, though. Scroll out to his run thing. Shit, well, his run is not too bad neither.
Yeah, 70. Pass rush 82.
Take him.
Let's add him.
Take him.
Doesn't look too friendly.
Man, he's like one of those guys, man. You meet at bars, he'll buy you a drink, then he'll stiff you on the next round. So
yeah. That's a Raider. Nah.
Exactly. I got the rounds, and then he buy the rounds, and he walk out, but don't pay for it. Like, what the?
That's definitely a Raider.
So now this is like
add some good cleanup depth.
Yeah, some clean depth. You can go wide receiver and see who's there.
Yeah.
So we got 2 running backs. We got your boy that I like, Higgins. I will go right. I'll try to get White's there. I'll try to get a speedy wide receiver. I mean, Tucker's there, but they don't have 2 speedy wide receivers there. That guy White from
we got a couple back-to-backers too, so we can let's get him some weapons. Okay, so Ricky White is there. I just want to see the size real quick. 6'1".
Yeah, he's 6'1". He's big. He's not small. He's not a munchkin.
Yeah, 4'6". Speed.
And he has good hands. Look at his hands. Then go scroll down.
Let's see. Oh yeah.
He got good hands. Look at that.
All right, let's do it. He's close too. He's local. He ain't got to go that far.
And he's a Vegas guy too.
Mm-hmm.
He'll bring in the Vegas fans.
All right. And then tackle, running back.
Got an edge.
Yeah, tight end, safety.
We got 4 tight ends. We got Shorter, the guy who's picked up Thomas, plus of course Brock and Mayers. Now I don't know what's happening with Mayer. We don't know what they're gonna do with him.
Yep. So what I'm gonna do is get Lachey.
Okay.
Is he the top? Yeah. We'll get Lachey. Well, in fact, let's see what he's got.
He's one of the blocking tight ends.
They're 6'6".
Yeah, he's one of the blocking tight ends. That's a good red zone guy too.
Okay, no touchdowns whatsoever. He never sniffed in his zone.
Nope.
All right.
He probably want to block in tight ends. Go down to his thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Go down. Let's see the stats.
Ooh. Intermediate routes, 80.
Decent hands.
Blocking. Blocking not so much. Oh, probably because it's small frame.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, deep threat, 63%. So he could probably do, he's got some size. 6'6".
I would take him because, like I said, we don't know what happened there. I don't know if they're gonna trade him or not.
Shit, let's do it. 6'6", man. We can find something to do with him.
Yeah, we can make him work. You made me get that top shelf shit. Hey, reach up there and get that for me.
Let me get that for me.
They still want to trade. What they trade next year's?
Yeah, they talk about next year. I'm like, the need is right now today.
No. Next year stuff.
Yeah, but appreciate you. Thank you.
Unless you'll give us Joe Burrow in that trade, we'll take it.
Yeah, exactly.
You just imagine that Geno Smith and Joe Burrow on the same team. Oh my god!
Oh, they'll have a quick trade for Geno.
Yo, NFL will like, no, you can't do that, Liberia. That's illegal. Like, shut up.
Here's another guard. I was gonna say we could 6'5", 299. A little light, but
he's almost 300.
Yeah.
How big is arms? A guard don't need big arms. They need strength. They need that push.
Ooh, he got the shorts. Well, he's a guard. Yeah, like you say, he's a guard. So run blocking better than his pass blocking.
Well, yeah, that's what guard need for run blocking. You need for pass blocking.
No.
Nah.
What do you think? 6'5"?
Nah.
Size. Woody Marks.
But you got that center, didn't you? Did you pick up that center?
Did we get it? No, I don't think we did. I think we passed. Yeah, we got the tackle. And yeah, we passed.
We passed on it?
Yeah, we can. Let me see. Let's see what's out there. Caleb Rogers.
Nav, I'd rather not do a quarterback to later rounds. Yeah, there's no quarterbacks really do. And Miro fits the Raider scheme what Chip is going to do. I would take him now and get him out the way. We can get other things in later rounds. I'm not saying put Miro at 6. I'm not saying that. But we traded up to get him.
Mm-hmm.
We need a future quarterback. For years, we never drafted a quarterback in the first 3 rounds.
Well, best available.
Well, then we got our needs.
Yeah. Let's say I'm gonna go.
Your call.
You know what? I'm gonna say Caleb Rogers. This is the light one. Yes. No. All right. Let me see.
He's a tackle. We can put him in guard though.
Yeah, and then let me see who had the better size. He was 299. So
it was 315.
Yeah, so we'll go here.
We can put him on that right. We can put him on that right side next to Glaze. But I don't. It's a second year guy and a first year guy. Kind of like I don't know, but still,
yeah.
We can switch over Meredith over to that right and put Caleb next to Miller.
Mm-hmm. I gotta start getting ready to head out to not head out yet, but get ready to.
Yeah, I'm gonna. It's 2 hours and a half. Yeah, I'm gonna go start getting my barbecue pit ready because it's a nice day. I can't wait to light that grill up.
I know that's right.
I got a smoker, barrel, and a gas grill. I got all of them.
We'll try to do something too after the press conference if it comes tomorrow too.
Okay, just hit me up, man. I'm here all day, all night. So You know, if you have something, just hit me up, and I'll join you if you need me to or want me to. I'll be happy to do it.
For sure. And then
I like this draft.
Yeah, definitely good. We got a lot of key pieces. Some of really a few of our favorites. And because the Jaden Higgins, I love that. The Henderson, even Marion Hampton, you know what I mean? But the Henderson, I'm glad that we got to double up. With Pierce. We got excuse me.
Yeah, go watch some tape on Pierce.
Yeah, I definitely will too. I gotta check him out. I gotta check out Ricky White's tape too. I'm gonna check him out too.
Well, he had that quarterback there that made that quarterback look good from UNLV, but then he got hurt. Ricky White was making some. He reminds me of a fast Jacoby Myers.
Oh, nice.
He reminds me of a fast. He has good hands.
Okay.
He makes those 50-50 catches. See, we need 50-50 catchers. We don't have those. Higgins will be a 50-50. White will be a 50-50.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because you're a Trey Tucker. They catch the ball, they gotta review it. See if he caught the ball.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets nuts, man. Well, appreciate it, Chris, man. Like we will be doing this.
You, brother.
Oh yeah, all day. We here every Sunday, guys, every Sunday morning. And we'll be doing the pre-games, the pre-game when the season starts. So, just get ready. And then, like I said, there's a big gap before the draft. So, we will be talking about whatever's going on, whatever news it is out there, we will be on it. And after this gap, there will be another huge gap after the draft.
Big
but
gap.
After that gap is the real deal.
I'm sorry to tell you, people already know right now not going to Napa Valley, so I won't get a chance to see the Raiders. They're not going for the training camp.
Yeah,
the Napa Valley. I know you was looking forward to that, but they're not going to be there.
Yeah,
that's too bad. Maybe next time.
Yeah, I'm not getting my hopes up no more this season. No more. No, but that would have been nice because get to see everybody, but we'll just wait till May. Said May we'll be out there, man.
All right.
Bakersfield, California.
Oh, you going to Bakersfield?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I'll see you there, brother. I'll see you there.
For sure. Yeah, we'll link up, man. And
you're definitely going that. Yeah, I'll be there. I told my wife because I had a stroke, so it's hard for me to drive, but I'm practicing my driving now. So, do you want to go or not? She's a 49 fan. I don't want to go there and be bored. So you're not going good. I go with myself.
Yeah. For sure. Yeah, I'll definitely be out there. I'm gonna be out there actually in a couple of weeks too, and then I'll definitely double back for the Raider event for sure.
I'm going there. I'm gonna buy my tickets today. That's why I asked her today, "Are you going or not?" Because I'm getting my tickets now, so I don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're gonna do the same too this week. Appreciate everybody. Chris, you got anything going on today?
Nothing. I'm done for the day. I'm just gonna go barbecue, enjoy this good weather. I'm finally having no winds, nice and warm. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna try to do the fans mock draft again next week. This week I tried to do, but things came up, so I'm gonna do a fans only mock draft this week, probably Wednesday, maybe. And then nothing happens the rest of the week. But other than that, nothing really. How about you?
Definitely. I'm going to the game today, Bay Area Panthers. You know what I mean? The only thing we got out here, I'd rather watch them than the Niners. So, it is what it is. No, but go ahead.
My wife hear you say that. What?
Oh yeah, sorry. No disrespect.
No, that's cool.
Yeah, I got some tickets going out to San Jose, the SAP Center. So, it should be a little hotter than it is out here. I know for sure. So we're gonna take the proper materials and try to have a good time out there.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Subscribe to Radio Nation Jason. Like I said, he's one of the first 10 subscribers. That's why I appreciate him. Subscribe to Chris for Raiders. Let's get them likes up, get notifications, so we can build our channels.
Yep. And then we're gonna be cooking, man. Like once the season starts, we're gonna hit the ground running. I feel like we are definitely gonna hit the ground running. So Raider Nation, we back. Like we always, like we never left.
Don't get too hyped about when we had AP, because don't say we won 11 games like I said and totally shit the bed, excuse my language. But I think we'll do better than we did last year. A lot better.
Yeah.
Once we get the pieces flowing.
Yeah. So good things are to come. So keep the faith, you know what I mean? And never let them see you sweat. All right.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
For sure. Chris, appreciate you. Thank you.
Appreciate you, brother.
For all.
Yeah.